Southern Perry County in Middle Tennessee until 9:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 8:44 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Savannah, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Waynesboro, Collinwood, Clifton, Flatwoods, and Lutz. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for Middle Tennessee. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 59, effective until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. This watch includes the following counties in Tennessee: Giles, Lawrence, Lewis, Lincoln, Marshall, Maury, Wayne, and Williamson. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes.
Good evening and welcome down to Weather down in Muletown. As always, this is your captain speaking, joining you with a lot of irons in the fire tonight, so give me just a couple of seconds here to get caught up. Still not quite as far along in the prep as I wished it would be, but here we are. So let you look at the current going-ons and everything right now. Just letting you listen to this warning that was coming out here for our friends in Waynesboro, Collinwood. We've got this previously tornado warned storm that was coming up. Yep, still radar indicated, so nobody's seen that one yet, but it did look like it had a pretty wicked hook on it a couple of moments ago. So currently wind has actually calmed down just a little bit here in my house, but that's been a recent development for sure. I want to go over a couple of things real quick while I've got everybody's attention. So a couple of different things here up on our Storm Tracker HD banner. So tornado warnings, red boxes, just exactly like this one right here, tornado warning, okay. You see our watch here, big areas are watches, so tornado watch. Here in the red, I know that's wrong, I haven't updated yet, just ignore, working on that. If we have a purple, like this fuchsia color up here, y'all, confirmed tornado, so that's already a different story. Same thing goes here with, you see the regular severe thunderstorm warning, and then there's this one with the black band around it. Okay, it's a considerable severe thunderstorm warning, so we've got different levels of those. Okay, that's kind of like the I think that's the 2 out of 3. Let me make sure that's the way I've got it set up. Yes, so the destructive is the 3 out of 3. So number 1, number 2, and then if it's got really, really big, thick black borders, it is a 3. So that's what's going on right now, folks. Let me get caught up. I'll throw this in motion for you. You can see lots of lightning with these storms that are coming through under this watch here until, I think, 3 a.m. Sounds right, yeah. So possibility of 2 or more tornadoes on this one, so 50-50. Strong tornadoes 30%, probability of 10 or more severe wind events 90%. So one more severe wind event greater than 65 knots 70%. So both of these wind probabilities that I posted for you all earlier are pretty high, and then hail is actually kind of the lower end of the threat ratio tonight. So that is what's going on. Let me check the chat, see what's going on with y'all tonight. And again, welcome down to Weather down in Muletown. I am the captain. I am not a meteorologist for all of our new folks, because I know we've got a lot of new folks here recently. Appreciate each and every one of you. Just somebody that's been doing this a long time. So my background is mainly in like public safety, public service, things like that. A lot of our admin folks are the same. Lots of police, fire, EMS, law enforcement, emergency management, stuff like that. So that's who we are, what we do. We appreciate the little jingle jangles you throw in our little box there as far as the hearts and the stars and the donations. This is all basically just like a crowd-funded grassroots thing. We don't really advertise. We just rely on the word of mouth. So I'm going to try to get through the comments here in a section to get through everything, but the main thing I want to get passed on to everybody there is obviously the tornado watch information. I'll get that pulled up for you right now. You should have already seen it on the page, but if not, again, getting that pulled up right now. Just haven't had a chance to get everything 100% loaded into broadcast software because I was out staking down a trampoline and firing up my generator and doing all those fun preppy things that you got to do beforehand. So again, tornado watch valid until 3 a.m. Tornadoes possible. A couple of strong ones are possible as well. Hail isolated half-inch size possible. Wind gusts to 80 miles an hour likely. So that's the part I want y'all to pay attention to there. Those 80 mile an hour wind gusts, straight wind can be just as bad as tornadoes, folks. It's kind of going in a circle when it's a tornado, but otherwise if it's going straight and it's still 100 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour is 100 miles an hour, folks. Looking up a damage guide right now that I know I've got somewhere on here, just show y'all kind of the difference. Yeah, there we go. It's on one of the NWS things I've had for a bajillion years. So, okay, save this one, then I'll show y'all a weak tornado. Alright, so just real quick, while we're still not getting into everything yet, just while I've got these up here so I can keep everybody's attention, and y'all know, long time folks know I'm not one of those alarmist types. If anything, I kind of underdo it until I have to. That way, when those moments come around, when I have to get y'all's attention, it's not alarmist and it's actually kind of out of the ordinary. So that's why I do that. That's why we speak in general terms. We try not to cover street by street until we get to that point. So here we go again. 90 mile an hour straight line winds, significant damage to most homes, especially mobile homes. Business fronts, storefronts there, metal roofs, it loves that stuff. So again, 80, 90 miles an hour straight is just about as bad as a tornado. So again, low end EF2 tornado there, roofs damaged, well-built structures, gas station awnings usually fall, seeing that happen at a microburst as well. Then mobile homes again could be completely demolished. So that is the definition of a strong tornado. So EF2 and or above. That's kind of what we're talking about tonight. It's not necessarily what we're dealing with here right now, but that's the things that we're keeping an eye on to make sure that those little discrete cells that are more capable of producing those stronger tornadoes aren't hanging around the corner. So that's the main thing. Those embedded circulations as they go usually are weaker, but the problem is they can literally pop up between radar scans on you and kind of be here and gone and do like a little Morse code damage pattern, like a little along the ground as they go, but they're pretty tricky. So it's one of those things like the other night when I said, hey, I think this is the area, and then about 5 minutes later they issued the tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning. Bobby and I had been watching that area, and then after the fact, it turns out, oh, hey, there may have actually been a tornado. And that's what I was telling you all earlier in my post. If we get those severe warnings this evening, like the severe thunderstorm warnings, and especially if it says tornado possible on it as the threat tag, go ahead and treat those like tornado warnings, because the winds are going to be so intense this evening, y'all, that they're going to be able to interact with those wind fields, even though we don't really have the instability and some of the other things that we would normally have going for us in a normal outbreak. These winds are going to enable those storms to possibly still rotate or lift further into the atmosphere and ascend due to some lapse rates and some other things. And we'll be watching for those things, and again, some of those updraft markers and some things. Models are backing off a little bit about the supercells out ahead of the front scenario. It looks like I'm just kind of catching up on some of the ones that I've missed, because the last couple of runs up until about an hour or two ago were looking like that they still supported the scenario somewhere between the Tennessee River and here. But it looks, again, if it may be backing off of that a little bit. And I'm hearing them big monies, y'all. I promise I'm going to get back to you. I've got a little bit of that automated stuff going down right now that you can hear just for that purpose, because I don't want to ignore anybody when it gets busy, but we definitely appreciate those. So, yeah, it's not kind of two storms right after each other. It's the way it's looking at it. It's because it's kind of getting out of range for the national radar, which is the one we're selected on right now. We can hop over to, I'm trying to read the comments as we go. Promise y'all. Let's swap to. I do 2 windows open, but it messes with my broadcast software when I do 2 different windows of the same program because it doesn't know which one I'm trying to capture. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. It's 2 different lines, but it's kind of these are the clusters or the supercells or what we call semi-discrete cells because they kind of started out semi by themselves or in this little training line. Those are the ones that we were worrying about possibly with the strong tornadoes or being strong cells, which as you see again kind of trending this way as they go. We were discussing that earlier. Polygon shape kind of indicates on where this is going. So this is kind of the uncertainty width, and this is roughly the speed at which it's going. The NWS thinks it will cruise to. So that one expires 844 issued, or excuse me, until 9:30. So that's what it's thinking it's going to cover in about 45 minutes, or they'll reissue it. So again, width kind of tells you which direction it's going. And then down there in the text for the nerds, it actually does tell you the bearing and all that stuff. So again, this is what's going on there. Give it a little time to suck up some radar data and put that in motion for you. You can kind of see what's happening there. Those considerable severe thunderstorm warnings, those level 2s. And then again, some of these storms are putting down a whole lot of lightning building up from the south, kind of bubbling up as we've been talking about. So those are the ones we're watching about because those are going to be the ones that will potentially give us the most problems, but it does indeed look like the models are backing off of that a little bit. I'm going to go and pull up a 48-hour run right now. Let me swap this back to the Nashville site real quick. All right, there we go. So throw that back in motion for y'all so you can kind of see what's going on while I load this GIF in here. Okay. All right, here's the 48-hour loop just pulled. Play that for y'all. So timestamps up there at the top left at 7, 8, 9, 10. Each hour is a step. So see it rolling through there about 10 or 11 a.m., 12 a.m. I'll play that again real quick. So there's 9, 10 p.m., 11 rolled through Columbia, 12 raining pretty good, starting to back off around 1, 2, and then clearing out about 3 or 4 a.m. there. So again, roll it again, 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., midnight. So imagine what we just watched, okay? If each of those storms that were rotating could hold a little Sharpie in its hand. All right, so what I'm going to show you next is basically, it's called updraft helicity, so it measures kind of the amount of potential updraft a storm can get, and helicity is just a big funny word for twist. Do this a little bit faster just so we can make it quicker of it, but imagine each one of those rotating storms could hold a Sharpie, and it's measured kind of on a heat map scale. Again, to where like the brighter colors are the heavier amounts of rotation higher into the atmosphere. This one's roughly like mid-level, about 2 to 5 kilometer AGL. I'm gonna load that in right now so y'all understand what I'm talking about. I promise I'm not just throwing stuff at you to not show you anything. All right, so again, that same radar we just saw, this is like, say, if all of those rotating thunderstorms had a Sharpie under it. And this is the concern. So each one of those streaks right there kind of represents an area of updraft rotation. Those are the things we're worried about because those are the things that can cause those little brief spin-up tornadoes or hail events, or again, when some larger thunderstorms updraft collapse like that, it can create what's called like a microburst. Very not fun to be in. Probably the most scared I've ever been in my life was a microburst. Didn't have anything to do with a tornado. So keeping an eye on that. If you're just joining us, we've got the tornado watch there scrolling on the bottom. Got that in effect for us. That is the biggest, most importantest, pressingest thing that I want to pass on to everybody. Is that again, always want y'all to know the difference. Watch means literally that. Watch out for tornadoes. Warning means it's happening right now. So definitely know those terms, know those differences. Some of that info is up there on the top like we were talking about earlier. Mainly with that stuff we want to pay attention to if we're talking about like a tornado that's radar indicated or a confirmed tornado. So big differences there. I want to make sure y'all can't hear my weather ready on the background too, because I do have it ready to pull into the stream, but I'm kind of trying to listen here on my end too, because it's too much in the headphones all at once. So again, that is the biggest thing I want to pass on. A couple tornadoes possible, some of them could be strong, then the wind 80 miles per hour likely, so that is some pretty big wind, folks. Again, welcome everybody, Facebook, YouTube. We always do a simulcast there, as you can see up top. The video quality is a little bit better on YouTube. You can put us up on your TV, go to bed or whatever and have that on your TV screen. It's a little bit better, again, video quality, just so you can see the street level stuff when we go and like roll all the way down in here into our street levels and turn on our mapping system. You can kind of see just the little details there better when we do that. So other than that, it's all about the same, get you the same exact thing. Make sure I'm not missing anything here SPC wise. No, looks good. No. Okay, and I promise I'm still trying to get to the comment section with y'all, but I'm coming. I promise, I'm coming. Okay. While we're talking about that, I'm going to drop some of this info off here a little bit, so we just have a little bit less to throw at y'all. So I'm going to turn the watches off real quick, just so you don't have that much info being slammed at you all at once. And we're going to talk about our outlook. So again, this is what we've been talking about the last couple of days. You see here, we're in the enhanced risk. So that 3 out of 5 right there, firmly inside it now as of the last update. So again, tornado risk right there on the edge of it, but within the hatched area here. So that adds a little bit more of an intensity to it. So we may not have a wide chance, like a likely chance to see tornadoes, but if we do, some of them could be intense. And that's what we were talking about there. So that's where that tornado intensity 1 comes from there. Hail, again, we're pretty much outside of it now on the latest risk area. It had us in the 5 a minute ago, but you can see it's way down here with the brown line. Big thing is going to be obviously the wind. So as of the latest update, we're in that 45 the wind risk right here. You see pretty well within all the way to pretty much the Marshall Bedford line up into Murfreesboro, Smyrna, Franklin, Nashville, Pulaski, parts of like Fayette County. So that's the big thing right now they're worried about, is a wind event, because again, straight wind can be just as bad as tornadic winds at times. So that's everything that's going on. That's why we're kicking up such a big fuss, because we do have, again, I'm calling it a medium tornado threat, but it's the wind and everything combined. So it may allow some of those storms that would not otherwise be so punchy to get a little bit more rowdy because of the wind fields and things like that. So severe thunderstorm warning, again, posted up to the page. As these come out, I try to post them on the page for the visual folks. When we've got a watch going, I try not to scroll everything down here unless it is just kind of like breaking in on that watch info for a warning for Murray. It is our prime focus, again, for our new folks. Murray County right here, we try to cover all of our contiguous counties. So your Marshall, Lawrence, Giles, Lewis, Hickman, Williamson, kind of around that area. We do general forecast for Middle Tennessee in the weather forecast office out of Nashville, which is roughly this area, other than these couple of counties right here on the Tennessee-Alabama line. But roughly, pretty much this whole area, we do the general forecast for. So if we can help you out and you're in that area, we try to. But when it gets storm time, when it gets crunch time like this, we usually focus on the approaches to Murray. So like over here, for instance, if we get a severe thunderstorm warning into these other counties, try to pass those along as they're one county away. Same with tornado warnings, just with a little bit more emphasis. And then if we have, like, say, if this is a confirmed tornado, I'd already be telling you about it, storm tracking it, and trying to give y'all some bearings. You're not crazy, that didn't go away. I'm just doing something real quick, and it's gonna take GR2 off the stream for just a second, so bear with me. I've got to open the our storm tracker software where we do the streets and the storm tracks and stuff kind of by itself, so just give me 1 second again, y'all. Perfect. All right, and there we go. Just kidding. All right, so throw that back in motion for y'all again. If you're just joining us, tornado watch there on the bottom of the screen. I'll probably go ahead and rename that, actually, instead of severe weather alert. That probably seems like it would be a little bit more gravitas. There we go. Tornado watch. Or do we think we ought to do it in caps? I don't know. Tornado watch, what is it? Number 56? What did I say? You're supposed to remind me of these things. 56, 59. Oops. Alright. Oh, it's too much text. Okay, just kidding. Okay. Alright. So with everybody asking about all like the specific locations and stuff like this, like say Columbia, Spring Hill, Hampshire, yada yada yada, all those are in Murray County. So we speak as vaguely as we can. All that's on purpose, so we can talk about, you know, like Columbia, Spring Hill, Hampshire, Mount Pleasant, Colioca, Fly, Minders, Big Beville, all those places all at once. If we start talking about specifics, and I'll give you an example here in a second, if we say, you know, hey, we've got this storm coming up on Waynesboro, the heaviest part of it's between there and Collinwood, and we start talking about roads like Natchez Trace or Chalk Creek Road, Highway 13, that's when we do specifics, when we have to. Otherwise, I don't. And it's just because I can answer more people's questions that way. When we say, hey, what time do you think it'll be here? And I can say, 1 second, I have this handy dandy timing graphic that our tax dollars paid for. Stand by. Got it. And that is right here. Again, F for preparation on me today, guys, but it's been a crazy day. So timing again, so 1, 2, and 3, see kind of different slices there of Middle Tennessee and the National Weather Service Office in Nashville's responsibility area. Earliest start about 9 p.m. for us, most likely 10 to 12, like we've been saying. About 10 to 11 p.m. looks like butter. And then ending by 1 a.m., don't think so. The severest part, yeah, but it's looking like some of that other stuff wasn't going to clear until about 2 or 3 a.m., but it should be most of the heavy stuff gone by then, so I kind of get what they're saying. Let's talk about some prep stuff. Let me get the rest of these here slides loaded. Okay, still good on SPC. Yep, we'll do that one. I think these are all the updated. Yep. Wind advisory. Yep. Hard freeze. We talk about that. Like I said again, Tennessee weather, tornadoes tonight, snow on the backside of it. Gots to love it, right? Gots to love it. Yeah, they haven't updated some of this stuff, so I'll put the updated graphicals in there. All right. Yeah, definitely don't want to leave the winter stuff in here that was still loaded in here from last time. That will freak y'all out. All right, again, so this is what we've been talking about. So the level 3 out of 5, the enhanced risk, more persistent and or widespread, few intense storms, damaging winds in excess of 75 miles an hour, medium tornado threat, be weather aware, have multiple ways to get your warnings, cell phones on and powered up, all that fun stuff, alerts enabled. So other thing that we've been talking about, again, in addition to the severe threat, is going to be the wind. So as we told y'all yesterday, going to be pretty much windy all day today, and I don't think we've disappointed there. So easily guess 40, 45, seen some higher than that. And then again, these storm relative winds could be in excess of 70 miles an hour with themselves. So that's why we've been after you to go ahead and get everything battened down, all the hatches, all the trampolines, all the stuff. That's what I was actually doing a minute ago when I was trying to tell y'all I was going live soon, but trying to beat the watch. I was trying to nail down a trampoline. So and then again, on the backside of this, hard freeze Monday night. So remember your 4 Ps, people, plants, pites, and pets. Gonna get pretty cold. Actually can't see that. The preview is so small on my end, but Monday's gonna be cold. Looks like Tuesday is gonna be about the same cold. So that between like Monday night, Tuesday morning is going to be chilly, folks. So definitely be ready for that. My newcomers and transplants from other areas, I wish I could tell you that this was abnormal, but it's not. It does this all the time. We have a special kind of weather here in the South in Dixie Alley, but especially so in Middle Tennessee. Love it or hate it, doesn't really matter. It's this is just what it does, folks. Like I said, wish I could Wish I could say it doesn't do this all the time, because it definitely does. This is more of the normal than not. So I think we've talked about all of our, yeah, I'm not loading NATO cast and stuff. I think we've gotten all of that pretty well covered. Make sure you follow us on all the places, Facebook, YouTube. We're on X as well. That's all on my handle stuff. Let me take you back here. There we go. All handles there and that fun stuff. All right, I think I'm caught up. So yeah, last time, promise getting into the chats now. So, all right. Samantha checking in from Hampshire, Mount Pleasant. Cameron, Spring Hill. Harry's in Columbia. Chastity, very calm outside Marshall, Murray County line at the moment. A little unnerving. Yep. It's that proverbial calm before the storm. Joyce, the YouTube channel, if you get on there and search at WDiMT or whether down in Muletown, you'll catch us. Same logo, all that fun stuff. YouTube stream is live. Yes, right now. Candace checking in from Kellyoka. Hey, Shanae's joining us from New Mexico. Yeah, I think you don't have anything to be nervous about in New Mexico at the moment. At the moment, anyway, unless you'll have like a sandstorm or something. I don't know what's going on out there, actually. So if I just made a really inappropriate joke, I'm sorry. Taylor wants to know, do we think tornado warning storm down south come up to Murray County? The tornado warning has dropped off of that, luckily, actually, but we're still kind of watching it. It does have that considerable severe thunderstorm warning on it. It looks like it should drop off in a minute, and the newer one that was issued looks like it is the level 1, just the regular severe thunderstorm. So it's roughly tracking this way, yeah, but it's looking like it's going to be a little bit more watered down once it gets here. They are working on putting in tornado sirens, Elizabeth, but it is a process, and you never want to rely on them. You always want to have multiple ways because they're not designed to wake you up. Yeah, Aaron, yeah, I've definitely had a book over my head in the school hallway. I've been there. I'm that old. Ryan, you know you can log in anytime as an admin you want. Laney, I did mention Dre shows. Definitely not panning out like I thought it would be, so we can put that one to bed. Kathy, Leapers Forks up there, kind of between here, Williamson County and stuff. So y'all's general forecast will be the same as us. So just kind of pay attention to those things that we're talking about there. Murfreesboro still got a bit to go. Y'all are in the clear for a little while because of the way these things are moving. CJ loves Texans. Answering that question for you. Snow is probably going to be on the back end of that. Let me actually pull y'all that 48 hour with the precip type on it, and that'll kind of give you a better idea of which is snow and which is going to be rain. So 48 hour, pull it up here for y'all. Skip the first couple of hours. I'm going to run this full speed just in the interest of time, y'all. And just I'll kind of call out the start times, and again, as I'm showing y'all these models and stuff, usually each step is an hour in time, unless we're doing like one of the long range, and it may go in 4, 5, 6, 12, who knows. And again, I'm trying to see the chat as they go by, y'all, but it's moving so daggum fast. Green Triangle in Hickman County is a hail indicator. Usually if it's filled in, it's over an inch. If it's hollow like this one right there, it's under a half an inch. Molly, no confirmed tornadoes nearby. Not yet. Rebecca, I'm going to say there's less of a chance of this being a nothing burger like Wednesday. This one's kind of had my spidey senses going on, and just the winds that we're dealing with aloft right now is going to be pretty nuts. So we're hoping these storms don't take advantage of those. JC, yeah, tell everybody I will write any work notes for you all to show up late. Tell them the captain said so. Braxton, Mount Pleasant's got the same chances roughly as Murray County, and that's kind of what we were talking about a second ago. That's why we roughly just speak generally there and try to be as broad as we can so we can answer as many folks as we can at once. Tynal, thank you for following, brother. Appreciate you. Jay, I haven't heard any confirmation of any tornadoes on the ground in Waynesboro. Let me turn my spotter network back on here and check the reports, but I don't see any no. Yeah, so I've got my local storm reports on, and I don't see any yet. Also have not seen any on the Twitter sphere, and that's one of the quicker places that I get my stuff when you all are asking if what's going on where and blah blah. So here comes that aforementioned snow. We'll do it real quick before things get busy. All right, so again, timestamps top left up there, so it starts at 12, 1, 2, 3. Kind of stuff clears out here. And then you see kind of snow coming in back there on the back side of things throughout the day, 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Nothing accumulating. Again, I'll start that over real quick just so you can kind of see. Midnight there as the storms are clearing. And then here on the back side, that kind of picks up about 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Heavier to our east for sure, but probably off and on throughout the day. It looks like 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m. there over the night time area. So restart it again. That's generally what we're looking at. Will be those just basically flurries, showers. I think we had like a 5 or 10% chance to get like a half an inch, so I doubt it'll even be that much. Very, very, very highly. So shouldn't be anything to worry about at all, y'all. Just illustrating the craziness of that Tennessee weather that we always talk about. So next model run's running right now, and it's still showing some pretty heavy activity rolling through here, and still having some decent updraft potential as well too on some of these storms that are pretty close to us. So I'm going to keep running these models in the background, keep looking and see, trying to get again through the comments. Chris, thank you for following us, brother. I'm thankful for y'all as well. Josh in Southeast Marshall. Yeah, first line does look a little bit rough, so we're going to see how it makes it once it gets here, but we'll see. Hollis wants to know when it'll be over in Clarksville. I'll have to kind of zoom out to see you there, buddy. You've actually got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for part of Montgomery County up there, so it's not going to be over for you yet, and I would stay frosty in case this actually gets extended. So 60 mile an hour or 60 knot gusts, 3/4 inch hail, so some pretty decent stuff up there, buddy. Wyatt Anderson wants to know, do you think it gets around Southern Murray would be a wind thing? I think so, because most of this is all kind of congealing together in a blob. Let's throw this back in motion here real quick. So you can see, again, kind of off by itself, but then as this second line of storms over here wants to kind of catch up with it and converge with it, it doesn't have as free access and easy access to the storm ingredients and stuff. It's backing down a little bit. Lightning is one of the indicators that we use to see about a storm, what it's doing. Still some pretty heavy precip in there, maybe even some hail to be found there, but the lightning is backed off a decent bit. So still have to kind of see once all this merges up what it does. But sometimes when they merge, just depending on how they do, they can kind of end up choking each other out. No, things haven't simmered much, Kayla. It doesn't look like overall. We're just talking about that one cell, but Skylar, yeah, it's grown in width a little bit. Is trying to, these two lines here are trying to sync up. I'll swap again real quick back to the Memphis radar sites. You can see kind of, because it's a range thing, we can't see this second line very well because of the range from Nashville. But you can see there's a little bit back here. This is what we were looking at in more clarity a second ago. And then some stray storms back here. We can look at it from the south as well, from Columbus Air Force Base down here in Mississippi. Look at kind of the bottom side of it here and see those two lines a little bit better. Those are the ones that we'll be dealing with as they march up here to the northeast. So let me get a little bit more history there. So it'll give us more loop. You can kind of see just they're generally all kind of moving in general this way direction. I know that's very technical, but that's what's going on. So swap back to Nashville site. Again, try to keep it locked here just because that's the main one we use. Put it in motion for you all kind of while I'm sitting here thinking and talking, going through the comments. Kathy, probably not icy roads. I would imagine there may be some spots in the outlying areas that have some maybe some shady spots, maybe, but I would say even then doubtful. The ground's going to be so warm that I don't think it will do it, but it's probably enough to nuke your plants though, so definitely check on those. Kyle, should be a pretty quick line. I've got the animation speed set pretty fast on these, but most of these storms, let's see, are moving. Okay, so that one does have a tornado possible threat tag. So like this storm, for instance, here, we were talking about this a second ago. So regular severe thunderstorm warning, but it does have a tornado possible threat tag here on this one. So again, treat these as tornado warnings because they can turn that way quickly. Northeast of 55 miles an hour. So they're moving about highway speed. So they're moving a pretty good clip. So once they come through and out, they shouldn't hang around too long. No updates for Christine on the Murray Hickman line. Just kind of waiting on things to start coming our way, which they should be there for you. You're on some of the outer bands of it now. Some of the heavier stuff will be coming up from your southwest in just a moment. Thunder and lightning. Yeah, I was looking to see if my detector's gone off yet, and it's not yet, but it should be pretty close. Because it'll usually pick up mine when it's about 10 or 15 miles out or so anyway. But it's on top of my chimney, so it gets a little bit of interference it doesn't like sometimes from the flashing. Gotta replace it soon, because it's kind of and it won't let me link it to the website that we're building for y'all. Shane, hope you caught that a second ago, about 55 miles an hour on the storm motion. Almost done with the comment section. Emily Van Hook 307 holding a sleeping toddler in Lewis County in case I need to move to a storm spot. Do you think it's safe to set her in bed? I would think so. We'll keep again kind of keep an eye on things. That warning could get extended for you because it's getting about, let's see, yeah, I would give it a little bit before doing so. Stay close maybe because you're looking at still 1-inch hail there, possibly 50-60 mile an hour wind gusts. It's got about 8 minutes remaining. We'll see if they extend it for like parts of like Lewis, Hickman, Lawrence, or Murray. But right now it's kind of holding and they haven't extended it yet. So we'll see. But yeah, definitely stay close to your storm spot, I would say, for sure. It's kind of roughly, yeah, why this tornado possible tag here. Let me pull y'all to the version where y'all can see everything a little bit better. So tornado possible tag here, pull it up. So I hope y'all can see this as well as I can. So severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect 9:30 p.m. for Wayne, Southern Perry counties. At 9:07 p.m. a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles east of Olive Hill or 8 miles west of Waynesboro, moving northeast. Hazard shows you there, 60 mile an hour wind gust, quarter-sized hail. As you go through, it reminds you tornado watch is in effect. These can turn into possible tornadoes, blah, 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 blah. This is where I was talking about. So you have to go all the way down to the very bottom because it'll tell you kind of like all the nerd stuff. So where its location is, the heading, 233 degrees, 45 knots, storm motion, tornado possible. That's what we were talking about right there. I wish it showed you some way further or like earlier in there other than the reminder, but that's where this is located. So when you scroll through these, bulletin, EAS, or severe thunderstorm warning, blah, 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 whatever, always check all the way to the very bottom because that'll give you some good information. Max wind gust 60, wind threat radar indicated, hail size 1 inch, hail threat radar indicated. So none of this has been spotted or observed, but tornado is possible with this cell. So let's do some fancy stuff that we can do here. So we'll split our screen into two. Apologize because we're right on the edge of our, yeah, I see what it's talking about right there too. Let me configure our algorithm here so you can kind of see again right here where this red and green matches, kind of touches up and corresponds with kind of our curve here and our radar return reflectivity. That's what it's picking up on almost assuredly. So it does have a little bit of rotation in it there. We can follow it up. Another warning coming out, y'all. 1 second. Back to full screen. Yep, so it is going to be for Columbia, so this is for us, y'all.
The National Weather Service in Nashville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for
let me swap y'all back to the main screen, so you don't have to see me make the sausage here in the background.
Lawrence County in Middle Tennessee, Western Maury County in Middle Tennessee, Perry County in Middle Tennessee, Southern Hickman County in Middle Tennessee, until 10:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 9:23 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was
no tornado
located
possible
near
tag on this
Waynesboro,
one.
moving northeast at 50 miles per
So
hour.
that is a plus. I'm
Hazard,
getting all that
60
posted right
miles
now
per
from
hour
our
wind
visual
gusts and
people to the
penny-sized hail.
page. I'll get the
Source,
graphic on it in just a
radar
second.
indicated.
Again, kind of a one-man
Impact,
band here.
expect
So
damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Columbia, Lawrenceburg, Cornwall, Centerville, Waynesboro, Linden, Mount Pleasant, Loretto, Collinwood, Summertown, Clifton, Lobelville, St. Joseph, Eastridge, Gordonsburg, Henryville, Cummins, Prim Springs, Flatwoods, and Lutz. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for Middle Tennessee.
all right, let's see if this works. All right, so you're going to override that real quick with...
The National Weather Service has...
There we go. That's just the raw text of the severe thunderstorm warning stuff, y'all. So that's about the best I could do, just shorthanded. So that is it, though. And again, you can see for our area, this big area right here. Let's go through it, read it. Severe thunderstorm located near Waynesboro, moving northeast at 50, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, penny-sized hail. Radar indicated expect damages roof, siding, trees. Yep. So. All pretty standard boilerplate stuff there. So that's what's going on. Got that scrolling. Let me get the graphic pulled up for you all. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Here we go. So yeah, so this does cover part of Murray. Wind up to 60 miles an hour, penny-sized hail possible until 10:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So again, tweeting this out right now as we go. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all that fun stuff. So let's see. Let me get this pulled up. So, severe thunderstorm warning for our area. Got our weather radio, should have just gone off. There is that information there, so you can see Columbia there at the far right of your screen. So, not quite Columbia proper covered yet. Does barely, and I mean barely cover me, like the end of my neighborhood and my street's not in it. But that is roughly the area for the warning again. So, literally, I'm right here. This plus. Right there, that's the end of the polygon. So neighbors are not in it, I am. So funny how that works. 1 inch size hail, so we can do some more cool stuff. We can go back to that. Let's recalibrate for our warning stuff here. And sorry, y'all, still trying to get to the comments, but that's going to be our area of concern there. It looks like still with any potential rotation. So now just northeast of Collinwood, getting ready to cross Highway 64. Let's get our storm track pulled up here and start popping some streets. So Highway 64 right there, obviously. Come on, Natchez Trace. Why is it not working? Oh, why? Okay. Yep, don't know why my streets aren't tagging. Oh, there we go, okay. I guess numlock key doesn't work. Huh, okay, so again, Highway 64, so area of rotation there across the Natchez Trace Parkway. 64 Chisholm Creek Stream. Mark, there we go. So roughly right around in there. So not a huge again rotational couplets. Showing about 47 miles an hour by 2030. So not huge, but again, that's if there's going to be the issue, it's probably going to be somewhere right in there, and it does look like it's weakening too as we speak. So Look at it on base velocity. This will kind of get some of the what's going on in the upper atmosphere right now that I'll kind of show y'all what I'm talking about. So this is not getting the ground. I want to repeat that again, not getting the ground, but just above our heads. This is looking higher into the atmosphere, about 8,000 feet. We've got plenty of quite unruly winds there. So I just saw a 90 something a second ago and I was trying to find it. There we go. So 91 miles an hour. So this is going on about 8,500 feet above your head. That's why I usually don't show you all this fun stuff, because it requires some context. But the dishonest folks will try to show you all that and freak you out, which is why we look at this. So this, again, is our storm-related velocity. It's actually what the storm is doing. About 50 miles an hour there, 20, 30 miles an hour here on the other side. So a little bit of rotation, not strong. But that is one of the things that we do try to look out for. Problem is, again, this area that I'm hovering my map over, or hovering the cursor over right now, is about 8,200 feet. The bottom of the radar is looking at about 8,200 feet in the air, so that's why we rely on you, because we have no idea from the radar what's actually going on between that 8,200 feet and zero. So we rely on you all for a lot there. Again, take this full screen. This is that area. Maybe getting a little bit brighter here in the last couple of... I think it's just the wind rippling down the side here, because that's picking up here, but the away is not really. So that is, again, one of the things we're looking at there is our hail. Hail size about 3/4 of an inch or so, a couple different places here, maybe 8/10 of an inch, back closer there towards Collinwood. So low end, it looks like mainly on the hail, 48%, 50%. So that is what's going on there with those green icons that so folks were asking about a second ago. But again, severe thunderstorm warning, so if your weather radio just went off in Columbia, that's what's going on. Got it scrolling down there at the bottom. Let me actually edit some of that stuff out of there, because I see what it's doing now. That kind of looks horrible. Right. And still hear y'all again, I'm just thinking. So if you can smell something burning and hear the silence, that's just me, just ignore it. Okay, cool. So that one's reworded that a little bit less treacherous to have to read. There we go. All right. Yeah, Lost Star was in the comments, so I'm just gonna have to start over. All right, so yeah, that's what's going on in Columbia. Again, severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Murray County, portions of Columbia, but not all of it. So again, if your buddy's phone went off and yours didn't, that's why. It's probably because it's connected to a different tower than yours is, and that's kind of the downside of wheel alerts. But that is the what's going on part. We were in the middle of trying to talk about our knowing where to go and safe places and things like that, but we didn't get to it, so go ahead and talk about that. Safe places, storm shelters, basements, interior rooms without windows. If you receive a warning, take shelter immediately. So the do's and the don'ts, definitely get off the road. Don't take shelter under an overpass. That's one of those myth things, and that'll get you messed up. So again, lowest level, so we don't want to be on the top floor of anything, school, apartment building, anything like that. If you have no basement to go to or anything underground, storm shelter, anything like that, go to the centermost room without windows, hallway, stairway, closet, bathroom, anything like that. Put something over your head, pillows, blankets, whatever, and how to go about that. So again, worst options, best options, mobile homes, vehicles, highway overpass, very bad. Bad options, large open stuff like gymnasiums, manufactured housings, anything with a high profile, metal buildings, things like that. Good option, interior room, well constructed home or building or basement. Best option, obviously, a FEMA rated or underground storm shelter. Just another thing I like to cover with everybody real quick, hail size. So when we talk about like 1-inch hail, 3/4 inch hail, it's penny quarter size. Once you get much over that, you start getting into some stuff that'll ruin your day if it's moving 70 miles an hour. So again, that is kind of the scoop of what's going on. Other big thing, tornado watch until 3 a.m. until it gets trimmed off. Couple of tornadoes possible, a couple of strong ones also possible as well. Isolated half-inch size hail, so again about penny-ish, dime-ish, and then widespread wind gusts to 80 miles per hour appear likely, and that's the reason why we've been beating the big drum for a while on this one. So looking like it's going to be the wind that's the problem for sure, but that can complicate some of our other things here with our storm cells. So that's the reason for the extra vigilance. Appreciate you all joining us. Everything again that I'm posting here on the stream, I'm also trying to get posted on the page. Again, I've got some admins helping me here in the comments, but kind of on the production side of things, this is a one-man band, so bear with me there. With the details and stuff, but I am again, as we get these, trying to post them on the page because I understand that not everybody is able to watch the live. Third shift works. My driving people listen to us, but definitely don't try to watch us. All right. Kept somebody from driving through a tornado one time because they were listening to us and didn't have the news on or anything like that, but was just able to kind of hear the audio from our stream. So that is why we do it, folks. I actually double posted that. I'm sorry, so let me turn that off. That's what I get. I mentioned that a minute ago, and not having to watch me make the sausage, but that's what I get for not paying attention because I said I was going to come back, add the graphic, and I didn't. All right, so severe thunderstorm warning that we're under now. The graphic has been added to the text, like I promised a minute ago. Sorry about that, folks. 11 minutes ago now, as it were. Ooh. And that's what I was saying earlier. If y'all see us with our red ring there around the profile picture, that means we're live. So definitely come check us out here. Pop in the chat. That's going to be the quickest way to get us or an admin. You have lightning, home wall definitely sounded pretty gnarly according to Savannah. I can see that there. Pretty good lightning there around home wall proper itself, and maybe some hail coming up from the southern part of the county right now. Looks like going up Natchez Trace Parkway. Get our query back up here on the streets. Yeah, so hail core going over Natchez Trace right there. I don't like double posted. Oh, why is it lagging? So yeah, there we go, Natchez Trace. Some other heavier stuff. Looks like crossing Buffalo River there. 412, 99. Pretty heavy activity coming down there as well. So and just looks like extreme northwest Lawrence County around whatever lake that is. It won't show me. Right around Artemis Road in Lawrence County, Laurel Hill Road, County 365 around there. So just starting to come into the northern parts of Etheridge and Summertown. You can hear lightning and thunder, and it's headed your way here probably in just a bit. Still severe thunderstorm warning again. Scrolling down there on the bottom in effect for our area. Looks like another about 51 minutes because it is such a wide area and because of the way these storms are moving. I was giving out the advice earlier, always kind of check and see what shape the polygon is because you can kind of tell which direction it's moving there. That's a spicy meatball. Let me look at that on my other radar I've got over here because it looks like it's going to stay probably south of us, but that is definitely a spicy meatball coming out of Tisham. Whoa. Yeah, radar indicated tornado warning come out of Lauderdale County, northwestern Alabama, Colbert. Is that the right one? Yeah, this thing. No, excuse me, that's the other one. So Yeah, Tishomingo County, ping pong sized tail, but that's got a very tight rotational couplet in it. Like that one looks like it may be doing something. I don't want to hop away from this, but I'm gonna open another window here real quick and check that out with our good software. 1 second. Because you can kind of see it. It's the one down there on the sorry y'all, the bottom of the screen where you can see the red polygon poking up from the south. I think it's going to stay well south of us here in Murray unless it gets a wicked kind of slide to it. But yeah, I mean, it's showing TVS here. Let me look at, yeah buddy, that one's looking kind of gnarly. I'll show it to y'all here in a second, just again, so I'm not kind of talking to myself. Whoa, too much zoom. All right, so yeah, here, this is what I'm looking at. Turn the chat off and everything for a second, y'all. This is again is in Mississippi. We're up here, so again, out of the way. I think it's going to keep going more this way, probably more towards Lawrence, Giles counties. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on this if this holds together, because it is showing our little triangle here, there, the tornado vortex signature. It's my algorithm picking up on that. You can see kind of the hook here, what we call like an inflow notch, where the storm's actually trying to rotate and suck around air this way. And again, that's indicated here by our pretty heavy reds and greens there next to each other. That is what that's showing there for sure. So again, not trying to take the attention off of us or anything, just giving y'all some heads up there about how stuff works like that while we've got the opportunity and the example. So keeping an eye on it, but it's still pretty well down to the south there, crossing over the Mississippi Alabama line right now. So zoom out, throw this back in motion for you so you can kind of see the ins and the outs of what's going on. Some more labels on there. And I'm going to get something to drink real quick, because I'm got that throat tickle going.
Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Columbia, Lawrenceburg, Cornwall, Centerville, Waynesboro, Linden.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just wanted to check that storm out, make sure it was staying down there, and it looks like it is, but it's definitely showing out at the moment, so keep an eye on the approaches, and again, that's just part of that. Right. Take that back live now, and again, yeah, lots of lightning coming up on Hohenwald, Etheridge, Waynesboro, Collinwood. Y'all still got some there. Mount Pleasant, knocking on the back door now. Should be there pretty quick. Yeah, let's pull up our velocity. Yeah, this thing's still down there doing its thing though. Let's make sure we've got, yep. Yeah, there's still this area of rotation down there, probably right around, let's see, what is this? State Highway 240, so, and 365, right around there between 64, 367, and what's that going to be? 240, yeah, coming out of Summertown. So right there between Summertown, Etheridge, and call it just extreme northeastern or northwestern Giles County, Self Road, Ware Road, Hudson Road, around there. Still showing, and it's coming up on you, Mount Pleasant, Summertown. So again, be ready. Treat this, if this keeps, especially if it keeps brightening up, because it's still trying to brighten up a little bit right here. 55 miles an hour away from the radar site, 62.6. So it's there's some wind out there, folks. And again, the problem is we're looking up this far in the atmosphere. It's hard to tell. So again, where I'm looking at right now is about 6,000 feet in the atmosphere, and that's where we need you all to help us out there with what's actually going on. Don't put yourself in danger, but let us know what you're seeing, what you're got falling out of the sky there. It may get a little harder to see here, and I'm going to go probably turn some of this other stuff off and go into 4-panel So this is better for my eyes. I know it may be hard for y'all to see or something, but it's this is everything that kind of happens in my mind all at once. So we'll go over everything real quick here. So I'll be looking at the same thing, different places. So radar reflectivity here. Our storm relative velocity right here is what our winds are doing relative to our storm. This blue thing measures rotational algorithm, so that's kind of one thing that it's helping me look for. And then correlation coefficient over here, if I can actually see if we're catching any kind of hail cores, debris, or tornado signatures or anything like that. Don't see it right here. Again, if there was an area of concern, it would be kind of right here in this area between Summertown, Etheridge, and northern Lawrence County. Intensity of the cell, though, it seems like it's picking up. Yeah, that's getting a little bit more concerning, y'all. So this area is picking up a little bit more lightning, showing a hail core there now. So let's go ahead and take a 3D slice of this. It's another cool feature here that we can do, weather down in Muletown. We'll go and sample this storm and have a look at this and see. So this is kind of how you all experience storms. It's how you get used to looking at them on the radar or whatever. But we can go through and actually look at these storms in 3D, slice that down, look at the hail core there. So we probably got some hail falling there right around that county line area of Giles, Lawrence, Lewis. And then again, we can go and have a look and see kind of messy storm mode there, cleared up a little bit. You can kind of see the interior of the storm, but you kind of see it, used to seeing it this way. This is kind of the way that I try to tend to look at them in that 3D. So we can go and have a look at our rotational algorithm. You can see there maybe a little bit of an updraft signature with that tower of blue right there. That's what it's looking for. Then storm relative velocity, you can kind of see again here our higher greens coming through as I'm stepping this through the radar. See maybe a little bit of an updraft there going down. Yeah, that's going to be too messy. I figured that would be way too messy to try to look. But yeah, seeing a little bit of an updraft signature there as far as that goes, even in all of the mess provided by the base velocity there. Once we go through and subtract out everything, we can see kind of our updraft there. Yeah, a little bit more messy there. No tornado detector indications there, but again, kind of see that area of heavy winds and that hail core there that could be indicative. Yep, seeing a 1 inch hail icon pop up now, so we'll go a little tighter in on that one square, have a look at it. And it does look like we'll go hail core again. Yes, definitely some hail core action going on there. In that section of the storm. So county lines between Lewis, Lawrence, right there coming into Maury, Mount Pleasant, Hampshire, Summertown, picking up a little bit there on the intensity of the storm. Still seeing that rotational couplet too there, y'all. So I would go ahead and start treating this as enough of concern on my part. And again, not a meteorologist, been doing this a long time. I'm tracing that up a pretty decent way in the atmosphere. So this is half a degree tilt, 8.8, 1.3, 1.8, 2.4, and I'm able to chase that up pretty high. That's one of those things that we look for. Let me triangulate this. Another thing y'all won't be able to see me do, just kind of making sausage here in the background. Whenever you think you see some rotation like this, best advice is triangulate it between multiple radars so I can see that same rotation area on the Huntsville high top radar there in northern Alabama. I can see the very edge, it's higher level from the Jackson radar site there in Mississippi, and I can see it really good from the OHX radar site in Nashville. Starting to see kind of this corresponding streaks here coming into the inflow. Let me take the radar smoothing off real quick. You can kind of see a little bit as the yellows are moving into the oranges here, and the same thing right there. We're maybe getting a little bit of an inflow notching, so that's telling me that this storm is trying to do its best to rotate. This is indeed getting a little bit brighter. It's still not very tight at all, but it is there. So again, problem right now, this spot I've got right on my cursor is about 6,200 feet off the ground, so we don't know what's happening between that 0 and 6199. So help us out with that. If you're in the area, let us know what you're seeing. Do not put yourself at risk, though. So again, this is correlation coefficient. This may be picking up a little bit of a hail signature or something like that right here, but it's throwing like a beam through the rest of the radar. So it's picking up something here and doing what we call like a beaming sensation down the rest of the length of the beam. We'll go back into 4-panel mode again here real quick. Just y'all, this is helps me process all this at once. Not picking up any tornado debris signatures from that, other than from the beaming. That's kind of what you see right there, so ignore all of that. But definitely picking up some rotational algorithm stuff there. It's tickling me algorithm. Let's go back to correlation coefficient. And it's still trying to. I imagine it's probably going to be picking up hail there, and that's going to be the reason for the beaming. But again, main concern there right now is going to be this area of rotation. It is picking up a little bit now on both sides of the equation, so about 47 miles an hour. There we go, about 47 away from the radar site, about 40 towards the radar site, I think is what I just measured a second ago. 38, so again, not terribly tight, but crossing Highway 20 right now. Let's get back into querying some more streets for you here. So State 20, Homer Hole Road, Drake Lane, there's State 20 coming out of Summertown. So this area of concern, we won't call it potential tornado or anything yet, but this is coming up on Mount Pleasant. Looks like it's probably going to go... man, it's going to close. It may go to the northwest side of Mount Pleasant, between like Mount Pleasant and Hampshire over here, but it's about ready to cross 20 right now, or crossing 20 as we speak. Big Swan Creek coming up on that. There's State 20 again. Get you some more of these roads here. Big Swan Creek Road, Tiger Bennett Road, Pond Creek Road, pretty much on top of you right now if there is anything there. Same in Sheehan Road. So kind of all here in the area where that concerning spot is. Showing 1-inch hail. Take another 3D slice of that again. I'm seeing the chat slamming by, and I just can't like even try to get there quick enough and see them as before they go by. So friends, helpful neighbors, all that other fun stuff, help each other out, because this is where it's going to get a little bit busy. So this is again looking at the cell here, just over that county line area. We'll look at the velocities again. Still seeing that pretty strong updraft signature there. And same goes with our storm related velocity here. So nothing on my tornado detector algorithm that I can see so far, but definitely seeing some higher winds there. And again, that blue stuff is evidence there of the rotation algorithm picking up something. So still looking at that hail here, maybe around Paul Spears Road, coming up on 20, 50% looks like of some 3/4 inch hail, maybe a little bit smaller. They're falling around Highway 20 right now, so coming up on Mount Pleasant, just northwest of Summertown right now. So Mount Pleasant, you had like a little heavy stuff come through there right now, but there's more coming between you and Hampshire. So coming out of eastern Hickman County right now, there's a little bit of activity. It looks like Pulaski just caught some coming into southern Marshall County right now. Columbia, yours is on the way. So Hampshire, Williamsport, pretty heavy activity coming down at the moment. But as far as the winds go, just still just your base gusty winds there from what we've got going on. Man, that Mississippi storm still, or crossing Alabama now. Alabama storm is looking good. So nothing confirmed still. Looks like on that one. So still a good looking storm coming out of Alabama. Probably going to cross in Tennessee soon. Maybe Giles County, Lawrence County. So it looks like it's to go south of us, but that's definitely a mean looking little booger coming across the line right now. Very tight rotational couplet. On that one. Let's see if we can go to radar scope. That'll be an easy way for me to do this with y'all. So here we go. We'll look radar scope. So yep, there we go. Looking at Columbus Air Force Base, Mississippi. You can see kind of here the yellows and the greens folding into itself. Corresponds with the rotation here, same way. So bright greens and yellows there next to each other. And showing up on the same on the Hopkinsville or High Top, Alabama. So let me turn the labels back on for y'all so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So again, we're up here, and then we're looking at down here is coming up on Cherokee, Muscle Shoals, Florence, Gravely Springs, St. Florian. So different area of the not even here that we're talking about there. So I'm getting the big lightning now. Looks like my detector's finally going off. Lots and lots coming up out of Mount Pleasant. So again, I'm right around here where this little plus is. So that is what's going on. So if you're starting to hear that pick up in Columbia, that's it. So Mount Pleasant's heaviest part coming up on you pretty soon. Looks like, again, it should go between Mount Pleasant and the Hampshire area. Columbia proper still got some heavier stuff coming, but not quite to you yet. So if it's not raining in Columbia, stay frosty. It will be shortly. Back out here a little bit and just kind of see the overall view of all of the, turn the radar off for 1 second. You can see all of the warnings pretty much like we've been talking about, all the way from the Great Lakes down to just about the Atlantic Ocean, Gulf of Mexico down there. So lots of stuff going on. Still showing some hail probabilities coming into Maury County now. Look at those. Yeah, still showing possibility of about, some 3/4 inch hail coming up on Mount Pleasant, just north of Summertown now, around Walker Road, West Fork Road, Mount Joy, around that area. So still getting it's still not tight. It's maybe backed off a little bit from what it was even. But still getting kind of like that same kind of broad rotation signature there. Just right around Mount Pleasant, Summertown areas, just west and between those. Draw a line kind of between Hampshire, Mount Pleasant, and Summertown right here. So still looking at that area. Lots of lightning, probably some hail. I'll take another 3D slice of it again. Just kind of look at this section of the storm. Again, you see the hail there. I'll turn on the hail core. Those heavier returns coming there, the purples and the darker pinks. More than likely, there's some very, very heavy rain or some hail there. So, kind of see again just the different layers of it as it comes through. Still picking up again. Blue there is the rotation, updraft potential. Still seeing that there. But right now, don't see anything else to make me think that there's anything other than that there. So, still looking, still watching, but don't really see. Let me swap it over. Lightning's picking up though. Again, Mount Pleasant looks like this is going to bleed a little bit over into y'all with the heavier activity. Same way on the rotation. Looks like it's headed more or straight towards the west side of Mount Pleasant, but it's also maybe trying to build a little bit back here to the south, trying to ribbon out a little bit along this leading edge of, well, what used to be the leading edge of the activity here. So let's go back to Enrot. Still not seeing anything. Okay, cool. So yeah, can't confirm the hail there, but I'm also not seeing anything crazy to make me think that we had like any kind of confirmable tornado things, although this is trying to pick up down here a little bit to the northeast of Summertown now. So yeah, kind of getting two different areas of possible some concern here. So here, and then here as well. So let me swap back to the, let's look at this in a 3D slice. I want to see just that area. No, need a little wider, sorry. All right, wind's picking up here. I think it's still gonna need, okay. Yeah, it's picking up on that from the rotation algorithm, but it's still really messy. So again, can't swear to anything there, y'all. We'll keep an eye on that though. Crossing just over again the Maury County line into Maury County from Summertown, just south of Mount Pleasant area. Call it Sheep Neck Road. 43 is right here. Mark these. Yep, Lawrenceburg Highway 43, county line there, Elk Ridge Road, what's that, 166, coming out of the south of Mount Pleasant there. So again, area number 1, kind of concerned with here, and then area number 2, more so still in Hickman County, Baptist Branch Road, West Fork Road, coming up on 166 here on the northwest side, between Hampshire, Garner Road, around there. So that's kind of where we're looking at here, these 2 different areas. If there's any going to be probably that wind damage that's showing up, like it could be rotation that's just kind of straight hitting the ground or coming out from the storm, it's probably going to be right around there. It's coming up on Mount Pleasant now. Still got severe thunderstorm warning, about 30 minutes left on that. I haven't seen the update on it yet. Looks like it hasn't popped an update. Usually they'll go through and do the little recording that you hear on your weather radio. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until. That's kind of the update that they put out, so I'll be checking back on that. But definitely right in here, like right around Mount Pleasant, Summertown. That's the most concerning spot that I'm seeing, and I'll be able to let you know about it in a second, y'all, because it's kind of tracking roughly for me if it keeps on with this slide. So I'm kind of between Mount Pleasant and Columbia here, so I'll let y'all know in a minute. But it is trying to pick up a little bit. It's about 50 mile an hour gusts still. Looks like, go back to our, here we go. See, about 50 mile an hour gusts. Towards the radar side, about 40, or excuse me, 51 away, 40 towards. So again, not incredibly concerning, but even as we get closer to the radar site. So again, radar site's up here, and let me turn y'all into the full screen so there's chat, not everything up there. So radar site's up here. So by the time we get down here to where we're looking at in Mount Pleasant, we're looking about 5,000 feet in the air. Again, one of the things that we have to deal with just with the geography, topography of the area, and just our distance from the radar site. So we don't know exactly what's going on down there as far as the between the radar and the ground. Again, that's what we rely on you for, so definitely let us know what you're seeing. So looks like it's getting windy on 166 near Mount Pleasant. Rolling Fields in Columbia, pretty heavy on the winds. Jim McCarthy's ads on the Superman pose on the front porch, pretty much whenever you're ready, but I would take some goggles. And obviously I take absolutely no responsibility for my advice. Okay. All right. Hail on Naturous Trace between Collinwood and Highway 64. What size you got? Try to give me your hail sizes related to like a quarter, not like a marble or something like that, because they come in all different sizes. So put this back in, oh, too much detail. Put that back in motion for y'all for a second, just so I can kind of catch up here. Hail on 166. Okay, give me them sizes, y'all. Okay. Well, there's popped up another mesoscale discussion down here, y'all. 1 second. It's close to us, but it's for that cell coming out of Mississippi, I think. Yep. Tornado risk increasing for that area. So discrete supercell, persistent, Tennessee, Alabama line. A second cell is also showing persistent rotation to the north of the Tennessee state line. That's the one we've been watching. So they're in a cluster of cells within this region's STP, so a severe tornado parameter, or significant tornado parameter, sorry, is around 2, so that's not bad. That's not nothing. Showing low level curvature and autographs. Okay, some more, yeah. Narrow corridor pose a relatively higher risk for tornadoes over the next 1 to 2 hours, given the format favorable shear environment, thermodynamic environment. So again, I'm waiting on them to post this, y'all, because they just literally hit it on my program here that gets stuff quicker than normal, and it hasn't hit the website yet for Storm Prediction Center, so I'm pasting that onto the page right now. I usually translate these for y'all. Sorry, I'm running a little bit short on time again on everything, just with everything going on, so I'm going to try to do this real quick with y'all. So again, you'll see the graphic for it in a second, because I've already got the text of it. I'm just mainly waiting on the graphic because it'll have more information in it. But don't immediately start yelling at me that y'all don't know what anything I just said means, because I haven't had a chance to translate it yet. Normally I run it through, again, ChatGPT when I'm really busy like this, and just to translate some of the weather speak from the stuff that I know. Oh, hold on, another watch coming out. A warning. Alright, so let's bring this live. Tornado warning, maybe?
The National Weather Service in Nashville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Dixon County in Middle Tennessee, northwestern Williamson County in Middle Tennessee,
right here.
south central Cheatham County in Middle Tennessee, northeastern Hickman County in Middle Tennessee, until 10:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
So 10:30.
At 10:04 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Centerville, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour in gusts and penny-sized hail.
All right.
Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to roofs,
Admins, if one of y'all can help me
trees.
with this message discussion,
Locations
it's
impacted
256.
include
I'm
Dixon,
trying to get
Centerville,
it to copy and
Kingston
paste, but for
Springs,
whatever reason,
Pickering,
my radar
Burns,
scope has
Fairview,
just
Bon
been
Aqua,
completely
Niles,
against copying
and
and
Nunley.
pasting for some reason
This
all day
includes
today.
the following highways: Interstate
update
40
it.
between mile markers 167 and 191. Interstate 840
Yeah,
between
because it
mile
is not
markers
letting me
1 and
copy this no matter
16.
what I do.
For your
So,
protection, move to an interior room on the lowest
warning is
floor of a
posted
building.
for our friends
The
up
tornado watch remains in
north.
effect until 3
Give me a
a.m.
second to
Central
get the graphic
Daylight Time for Middle
that,
Tennessee.
and then okay, there it is. I'll have the mesoscale discussion because it's kind of relevant to us, kind of not, because it's kind of right on the edge here, but some of our southern counties are in it, and it's dealing with this cell right here. That's why I was reading for a second ago about the tornado threat increasing. I'm not necessarily 100% talking about us y'all, but it's kind of right here just to our south. Some things that we try to pay attention to as we go. Here we go. Yep, tornado risk increasing. So it's got Lawrenceburg in it, Waynesboro, almost to the Murray County line. So we're going to post this. We're going to talk about it. Again, give me a second to translate it because I'm just running busy, y'all. So this is going on the page now. Mesoscale discussion number 256. If you're nerdy and you need to look it up, knock yourself out, go ahead. It is posted. Now, I'll pull the graphic into the broadcast in just a second. So, again, this is the severe thunderstorm warning that just came out a second ago for our friends up to the north. Williamson counties, Hickman counties, winds up to 60 mile an hour, hail penny sized until 10:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This is the mesoscale discussion text that I was just reading to you all a second ago. So just to our south, Columbia, you can't really see it. It's kind of right there under where it says tornado risk increasing, but that circled area is the mesoscale discussion area, and it's got to do with our friends there in Waynesboro, Lawrence County, going to the edge of like Giles County, Fayette County, and our friends over at the border at Alabama. So that cell down here is the one that it's watching. This area right here is the mesoscale discussion we was talking about with the tornado threat increasing. So that's close enough that we're going to keep watching it. This is, whoa. Yeah, so folks, this has popped up still, kind of getting this inflow still heavier cell. Another one here, again, Collinwood. These are all still trying to show signs of rotating. I want to actually go put some eyeballs on this one, so I'm going to give you all some NOAA audio real quick. And put eyeballs on this because, again, y'all, I'm a storm chaser at heart, and that's just what I do.
Greenwald, Centerville, Waynesboro,
Because I can hear it storming
Mount
now
Pleasant,
pretty good. So I'm
Loretto,
going to back this
Collinwood,
out.
Summertown, Clifton,
Put y'all
Louisville,
on
St.
regular
Joseph,
old
East Ridge, Gordonsburg, Henryville,
live mode, so as this updates, it'll stay live. Try to
Lutz.
keep it zoomed
A
down to
tornado
Fort
watch
Mount
remains in
Pleasant
effect until
right
3
now.
a.m. Central Daylight Time for
Because
Middle
again, I'm kind of
Tennessee.
right here, so I can see this
For your
decently
protection,
from my
move to an
vantage
interior
point.
room
If
on the
it's
lowest
trying to
floor
do
of the
something and I
building.
need to put eyeballs on it, so I will be
The National Weather
right
Service in
back.
Nashville has
Not leaving
issued a
y'all,
severe
just
thunderstorm
sticking
warning
out
for
to my front
southeastern
porch.
Dixon County in Middle Tennessee, northwestern Williamson County in Middle Tennessee, south central Cheatham County in Middle Tennessee, northeastern Hickman County in Middle Tennessee, until 10:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 10:04 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Centerville, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Dixon, Centerville, Kingston Springs, Pegram, Burns, Fairview, Bon Aqua, Lyles, and Nunley. This includes the following highways: Interstate 40 between mile markers 167 and 191. Interstate 840 between mile markers 1 and 16. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for Middle Tennessee. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 59, effective until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. This watch includes the following counties in Tennessee: Giles, Lawrence, Lewis, Lincoln, Marshall, Maury, Wayne, and Williamson. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Where? A portion of Middle Tennessee. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio, All Hazards, the voice of the National Weather Service. This is Station WF 84, located in Lawrence County. The broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office near Nashville. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Where? Franklin, Tennessee, Lincoln, and Moore counties. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high.
Alright, y'all, 1 second. We're still fine. Just coming around. Hold on. Okay, yeah, so that is a tornado warning, and that's going to be for us. Stand by. Safe places! Safe places! Alright, so tornado warning. Looks like Maury County, I think. I got it on my watch.
Weather Service in for Central Maury County in Middle Tennessee, Eastern Williamson County in Middle Tennessee, until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Yep, Central Maury, Eastern Williamson, so it's going to be this spot right here that I was just looking at, y'all.
Capable of producing a tornado was located near Columbia, moving
located
northeast
near
at
Columbia,
50 miles per hour.
Northeast 50 miles an hour.
Tornado. Source: radar indicated.
Radar indicated,
location.
so this is not confirmed.
Impact.
Again, not
Flying debris will be dangerous
confirmed.
to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be
So
damaged
there it
or destroyed.
is, right there. You can see the
Damaged
polygon.
windows
Getting everything
and vehicles
posted right
will
now.
occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Columbia around 10:15 p.m. Central
So it'll be
Daylight
around
Time.
10:15, so just about
Spring
now.
Hill around 10:20 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Spring Hill 10:20.
Thompson Station around
About 7
10 p.m.
minutes.
Central Daylight Time. Normansville around 10:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Alright, so yeah, that is the spot that I was looking at, folks, and I was looking at it right here. I can see a lowering from my house in the direction of, like, Highway 412. Hold on.
Interstate 50-mile marker, 570.
Let me get that turned off. Sorry, y'all. So area of rotation. So crossing, what's this? 412, between there, Highway 43, 412, SR6, that's going to be Hampshire Pike, so it's, yep, moving fast. So now, already above that, so between 43, Duck River, there again, there's 43, 412, crossing through right there, area northwest Columbia. So if there is something there, that is where it's going to be. So let's swap back to reflectivity, take a slice of this, see the inflow here, this pulling in, showing indicative of rotation there. You can see the red's moving into the purple. It's kind of it swirling around itself. Been watching this area, and yep, so there's our TVS showing up. So the triangle showing up there, the inverted triangle. There we go. So storm relative velocity still showing right there. Yep, just to the south west of Columbia. Let me get it. There we go. Get a better slice of it so you can kind of see. So storm relative velocity there. See our vortex indicator. Nope. So nothing high enough to trip my tornado detector there. So again, you kind of see this is just where our updraft is. If there is one, en route, they're picking up on the rotation algorithm. So again, right here in this area is our area of concern. If we are seeing anything in that area, if you're in that area, you need to be in your safe place. Take shelter now, lowest level, no windows, all that fun stuff. All right, so again, let me get this popped into our warning system. I'm sure y'all have already come to the conclusion that there is indeed a tornado warning, but let me get this open back up. A little bit, Boppy, just a second. All right, so there is the tornado warning information. Throwing that up there. Again, so between 43, Columbia proper itself, so area of rotation crossing, bypassing Industrial Park Road, area of the Murray County Jail, Duck River, that's, yeah, Industrial Park there. So around that area is where we're looking at this potential rotation. So northwest side of Columbia, Lawson White Drive, again, Murray County Sheriff's Department, Murray County Jail area, Santa Fe Pike up here. Moving off to the northwest, that general direction. So make sure I'm not neglecting anybody else. Still seeing some things going on down here west of Lawrenceburg, but this is just our priority right now at the moment. Y'all, if y'all have got anybody in this area, have them taking shelter right now in their safe place. Interior-most room. I'm not seeing anything confirmed on any of my places that I look. Y'all, if y'all are hearing about anything, let me know. Looking through the chat, and I don't see Spring Hill. It's pretty much too late. You're already covered under a tornado warning, so you need to be in your safe place already. You don't have time to go anywhere. If you're already under the warning, it's too late. So that's why we've been telling y'all safe place stuff all day. If you're covered within this red box, it's too late. So bed's made. You're going to have to do the best you can. Again, so this is coming up on Industrial Park Road here. Santa Fe Pike, that area is where we were looking at here for this heaviest area of rotation. So now north of Columbia, again, there's Highway 43, Duck River, no, that's Rutherford Creek, excuse me. So right here in this area is where we're looking at north of Columbia, headed towards, let's see, this is 31 over here, headed that rough direction. What's up? Okay. All right, so yeah, Boppy's lost power, y'all, so give her a second to catch back up with y'all in the comments and everything. Got her here on FaceTime. So, I see what somebody said something about destroyed fence, windows blown out near Central High School, 4012-43 a few minutes ago. So we are getting damage reports. I saw something about somebody saying visible rotation, not on the ground currently. Jeremiah, where are you at? Dispatch is apparently saying tornado touchdown possible on 7th, Boppy. No, not one on the ground in Mount Pleasant. That's where it came through out of. No, but there's currently should not be anything on the ground in Mount Pleasant. No, this is the area we're looking at right here. Let me throw this all in single screen for y'all so it's easier to see. So, again, area of Columbia that we're looking at here for the reference, north of Columbia, coming up on Spring Hill, between Columbia and Spring Hill. I've got Theta Pike here. Come on. And it looks like it's trying to back off a little bit, so I'm still getting rotation markers here, but it does look like it is trying to back off a little bit. It's not as tight as it was, so but still area of rotation concern coming over Nashville Highway right now. Call it Nashville Highway, North Point Road, so right there FedEx Center coming up on Neapolis proper itself. Dover, Saxon, North Point, right around that area right now, Double Branch Road, going up through there towards Neapolis. So that's where our area of rotation or concern is. It has backed off from what it was. You see me kind of running it back here in time and stuff. See a little bit heavier right here. We see a tornado vortex signature, a little bit closer, a little bit brighter, almost touching there. But now it's gone from brighter and touching to backed off a little bit. So don't get out of your safe place just yet. If you're still downstream of this thing, if you're between Columbia and Spring Hill, anywhere near Highway 31, you need to be in your safe place. It's still not anything confirmed on the ground or off or anything in between yet. So do not have that information yet. It's coming up on Neapolis, Lanton, New Hope, coming in the areas south of Spring Hill. Again, I can still see plenty of evidence in this to say that it's rotating here. So see, we got the greens trying to wrap into our reds here, and the kind of just the twist that it's got. Keeping an eye on that. But tornado warning in effect for the areas here in the red. So Spring Hill, Thompson Station, Knowles all the way up to Franklin. Radar indicated rotation until 11 o'clock. So about another 40 minutes on the tornado warning there. So again, nothing confirmed, still getting MDA icons here, so that's the rotation algorithm here on my end. So rotation 6,600 feet, so that's kind of low level. It may be low enough, so just depending. Graymere Apartments, any kind of apartment building, lowest level possible. Make friends with somebody on the bottom floor, I guess. All right, something else coming out. All right, got something else coming. Stand by.
The National Weather Service in Nashville has a severe thunderstorm warning for Davidson County in Middle Tennessee.
See storm warning, Davidson.
Dixon County in Middle Tennessee.
That's going to be that huge one that they just popped out. So yes, considerable severe thunderstorm warning. So this is at level 2. Tornado possible on this one. So if you have people anywhere in this big square, so that covers almost all of Davidson County, parts of Williamson County, parts of Dixon, Hickman, Robertson, a lot of them. So posting that now. Let's try to stay on this tornado warning down here, but wanted to make sure we acknowledge that. All right, so again, still watching here, coming up on Spring Hill now. Pretty much like straight down Highway 31, cross street right now for the worst part of the rotation. Looks like Double Branch, Honey Farm, that area up there right now. So make sure you're in your safe places. Double Branch Road, getting these marked here. Coming up on Greens Mill, 396, that's Saturn Parkway right there. This is all kind of on the approach to Spring Hill, so again, moving in that general direction. Let me see if I can get this to storm track, because sometimes this is notoriously pain. So let me back it up a little bit and track it from right here, because that's going to be a better spot to try to do it. Alright. Okay, so that's roughly track of the storm there. That's where we've got it. Alright. Let's see if I can get the ETA to populate here, because this is the problem. Alright, so again, rough storm track there. Put that kind of over the radar so you can see a little bit better. So area of the rotation here. Claiborne 1040, Neapolis 1036, Spring Hill 1045 or 11. Oh, there's another one. Okay, we're under a severe considerable.
Radio, commercial radio, and television outlets.
All right, so now we are under another.
Weather information.
It hasn't even toned it yet.
Wind advisory or
Here it comes now. Alright, so this is another one coming out, folks. Bear with me. This is considerable severe thunderstorm warning, so tornado possible, thunderstorm damage threat considerable, hail greater than 7.5 inch, max wind gust 70 miles per hour.
Lewis County in Middle Tennessee, Wayne County in Middle Tennessee, Lawrence County in Middle Tennessee, Maury County in Middle Tennessee, Williamson County in Middle Tennessee, Northwestern Giles County in Middle Tennessee, Southern Hickman County in Middle Tennessee, until 11:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 10:24 p.m. Central Daylight Time,
severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Maury County as well, in addition to the tornado warning, so treat those as if they were legit, y'all. Spring Hill rotation looks like it's weakening, so I'm going to pull off of this for just a little bit. I'm going to keep an eye on things here, but it looks like it's breaking up, so I'm going to pull off of that and make sure we cover everybody. So here, this severe thunderstorm warning down here, I'm going to turn it right off just for a second. This whole box down here covers pretty much everybody that we were talking about in the whole mid-state area. So from one state line to the other, there is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning in effect for most everybody up and down the I-65 corridor. So heavier stuff coming up in Mount Pleasant again, Summertown, Etheridge, Spring Hill. You're in the heaviness right now. Lots of rain, lots of lightning, maybe some hail. But I don't see as concerning of a spot on the velocity anymore at all. So recalibrate this a little bit to go back towards our considerable severe thunderstorm warning. You can see it a little bit here, still south of Spring Hill. Alright, so new tornado warning now coming out, remains in effect. Thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Spring Hill, or 8 miles northeast of Columbia. Radar indicated rotation. Okay, so that's the update there. And that's what you're hearing right now, so I'm going to go ahead and update this.
Or 8 miles northeast of Columbia, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado.
Radar only.
Source,
Okay, that's coming out on the page. Again, trying to get these.
Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed.
The warnings that are coming out right
damage
now.
To
The
roof,
update there.
windows,
Tornado
and
warning. So
vehicles
Maury
will
County
occur.
is trimmed Columbia is trimmed from the tornado warning. Areas of Maury County Hill still to go include Spring Hill, Lanton, kind of like Annapolis area, over towards Marshall County line, Thompson Station, over the Williamson County line. So still seeing this area, a possible rotation here just to the south of Spring Hill right now. So call it Rutherford Creek, still La Crosse Road, West Chapel Road, Denning, right there at the city limits, Spring Hill, and then obviously I-65 here, probably crossing that shortly between Spring Hill and 65.
Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial...
Alright, so I'm turning that off just a second. I'm getting these graphics here for the considerables. Because those are, like I said, some terminology I want y'all to be familiar with. It's like the level 2 out of 3 on a severe thunderstorm warning. So in addition to it being a severe thunderstorm, It's also, like I said, it has a considerable impact. So tornado possible with these still covered under all of this. So there's still tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning that we're covered under right now. But our tornado warning itself has lapsed for Columbia and is still in effect for Spring Hill, Thompson Station areas to our northeast. Again, Mount Pleasant, you got some more heavy stuff coming up on you, Summertown as well. But for right now, well, still a little concerning spot trying to develop around Etheridge right there, just to the west, northwest of Etheridge, maybe. So keep an eye on that, admins, as we go. Spring Hill, maybe, yeah, still in that same area. So we finish getting these posted. All right, so everything is up on the page there. Let me throw these into the broadcast software too while we're at it. Talk about all these severe thunderstorm warnings because I want y'all to take these seriously. Treat them basically as tornado warnings right now. So again, tornado warning that was updated out of Columbia proper now, but still covered parts of Murray County there. You see up to the northeast between 412. I-65, Spring Hill, Thompson Station, and that direction. The next one, again, that we are still covered under right now. So this one is the big one, the considerable severe thunderstorm warning. So wind up to 70 miles an hour, pea-sized hail, tornado also possible in this. So valid until 11:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or roughly about 45 minutes from now. So that is what's going on here. Again, our tornado warning that we just talked about. Back it out a little bit so you can see what's going on. Considerable severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for the entire I-65 corridor from the Kentucky line to the Alabama line there. So lots of things going on. Is pretty busy trying to get into the chats and watch them as we go by. Seth Holloway's got power flashes. Where was that at, Seth? Okay, cool. No, y'all, I'm not able to confirm any tornado touchdowns right now. There's been a couple of possibilities that I could say maybe on here. That's why I went outside to look right before that tornado warning got issued. That's usually my intuition. If y'all longtime listeners, if I get up and go look, usually there is a reason, and I have to see it with my eyeballs. And shortly thereafter, we get a tornado warning. Same thing almost happened last January. Felt the wind coming from the wrong direction. Ran outside to look, and by the time I got back in, there was a tornado about a block and a half from me. So, yes. Okay, sorry, y'all. Is that better? I'm trying to turn the radio down. So I'm just trying to listen to stuff as it comes out. So, all right. All right, let me throw this back in motion for y'all again, trying to catch myself back up. No, there's too much going on. I want to leave that live. So, again, if you're just joining us, Murray County itself, Columbia proper, not under the tornado warning anymore. Spring Hill, Thompson Station, you've still got a bit to go on that. Columbia, Williams County, Hickman, Lewis, Wayne, Lawrence, Giles, all right now covered under this considerable severe thunderstorm warning for the next bit. Again, with that, winds 70 miles per hour in excess, pea-sized hail possible. Considerable tree damage is likely. Damage likely to mobile homes, roofs, outbuildings. Remain alert for possible tornado, because again, this one does have that tornado possible threat tag. So I want y'all to keep these in your mind, like they are tornado warnings that could turn into one very quickly. So again, kind of just checking on things up here with our Spring Hill folks. Still seeing a little bit of that area of concern to the east of Spring Hill, like right now crossing 65 and 431 area, but nowhere near as bright as it was showing up earlier. So just going to keep focusing down here. Still looking at this Etheridge storm, or this Etheridge cell, because it's still showing some geographical looking, some storm geography things here. The blue trying to impinge in here is showing still possibly maybe trying to do some things there just north of Etheridge, south of Summertown. So keeping an eye on a lot of things right now. And again, that's why we told y'all when it gets busy, we can't really give y'all the safety instructions, everything. If you think you're unsafe, assume that you are and go ahead and act. Doing something almost always is better than nothing. So So yeah, not out of the tornado threat completely yet, because we're still covered under this warning that still says tornado possible, y'all. So I don't want y'all to get completely in that mindset. The tornado warning has passed Columbia, but we're still under this severe thunderstorm warning. They could turn back into a tornado warning just as quickly as that last one did at any time. Because like I said, I'm still watching this area of concern coming up from Etheridge right now. So Mount Pleasant, Etheridge, Summertown, Southwest Columbia, my area, we may be looking at something else again here, because I'm still trying to get this kind of notch back in it here that could be indicative of some rotation. That's right in there in that potential area where it would be. So Summertown, be ready to go to a safe place. Etheridge, it's pretty much just on top of you now, off to the northeast. So keeping an eye on this area right around Summertown, coming up on Mount Pleasant, crossing 43 area right now, and still keeping an eye here on our tornado warning. It looks like it's got about 25 minutes left on it still, but something tells me they may cancel that one earlier. So, but that is what's going on for the moment. Let me try to... Yes. 256 already did. That was while you were out. I've already got it posted. Yeah, it was, they updated it though, it looks like. Discrete shepherd. Yeah. Well, it showed up twice on there, so I'm saying. So I checked it 25 minutes ago, but it's showing an update about 15 minutes ago. Yeah, I think this is all stuff I've read. So yeah, that corridor to the south, and that cell is about to pass over the Tennessee state line now. It looks like into Lawrenceburg, but the tornado warning is narrowed, so I don't know if they're going to reissue it or not. But yeah, I have seen 256. I'm trying to check Twitter to see if I can find any damage. Y'all, if y'all are seeing anything damaged, tag me on it. Wise, don't like get out. Obviously, treating power lines like they're down. Don't that they're live. So don't get out and put yourself in any kind of jeopardy or anything like that. But if y'all are seeing damage, let me know about it and where. Okay. All right, so I'm seeing power flashes reported from a Hazcam on Wix Twitter. Looks like I'm retweeting that now, posting it on the page. It's not a live view of it, but it's looking like during that stream, though, they did catch some power flashes in Columbia. Man, that thing's hooking. Yes, they're out there around Summertown. I'm still kind of concerned about that. Summertown, Etheridge between Summertown, Mount Pleasant, right around in that area. Still kind of watching this thing up here because... Okay, yeah, it's still showing a little bit. I kind of did some back of the envelope calculations there. Yep, still kind of concerned with this cell just south, or this section of the line just south of Mount Pleasant coming up on Summertown right now. Still showing some 1-inch hail being possible. Let's take a 3D scan of it real quick and have a look. So yep, definitely some hail markers there more than likely. So probably going to see some of that hail. Yeah, pretty decent. Yep, I think they might. So again, base velocity there, just kind of looking at everything. Can't see anything super duper well defined in the 3D mode there, but if there's anything going on, that's where it's going to want to be, because we're still getting this curl in here. Boppy, are you seeing this hook north of Summertown? Yes, I am. Look at the feed. See, I mean, it's wrapping, it's got inflow, it's hooking. I mean, it's... Summertown, be in your... Yeah, no, north of Summertown now. So coming up between Summertown and Mount Pleasant, y'all, I would be in your safe place if you're anywhere in near this area between 43 Summertown, Billy Irwin Road, Crawley Hill Road, just south of Mount Pleasant, basically. Yeah, Johnson Hill Road. What's that? 43, Dry Creek Road. Yep, 166, right around that area. So if y'all are in this area, treat this until we can say otherwise, as this might have some rotation into it, maybe trying to do something, because I can't say that it's not. Yes, and it is kind of roughly tracking towards my location here, because this is me, y'all. Hold on, this is me. Wind's still doing some craziness outside. But yeah, it's got the structural... It's definitely got that structural look to it. No, nobody is clear yet, really, y'all. So that's what I was gonna say. Just because we were talking about like portions of like this rotation or that rotation or tornado watch clearing, we're still under this severe thunderstorm warning, y'all, for another 34 minutes, and it's got a tornado possible threat tag. And I'm looking at some stuff near Summertown that could possibly be just that. So, nope, stay in your safe places, especially if you're near Summertown, Mount Pleasant, right there, coming up on Kellyoka. Be ready for this to get extended into another tornado warning potentially. Looks like the hook closed back up a little bit on the last loop, Boppy, but it's still messy down there. I mean, look at this from Alabama. Yeah, I mean, it's still looking good. Yep. And now there's like another hot spot trying to pop up just south of Mount Pleasant right here again, up right above Summertown again. So yeah, this whole area of the line, y'all, so this is just still concerning me. So here, Mount Pleasant, be in your safe space. Which road is this? 166, yep, crossing 166 soon. 43, what's that? First Ave, Mount Pleasant. 243 Trotwood, so it's right around in this area still, y'all. Possibly, that's what we're looking at, y'all. So this is downstream of Columbia. This is still stuff that we're looking at. This is about the only concerning or other concerning thing that I'm seeing at the moment. I'm still kind of trying to keep an eye on this Spring Hill storm, but it looks like it's kind of washing out as far as the rotation goes. Still keeping an eye here down here on this. So showing some pretty heavy winds. Giles County right now. Let me tag these for y'all real quick. So 60 mile an hour winds easily in Giles County right now. Still some of these here on the backside of Mount Pleasant in the high 20s, 30s. But again, this is storm relative, so trying to look just at the rotation there, if there is any. So high winds down here, it looks like on the leading edge for sure. Letting the radar update a little bit because we're still seeing this kind of like inflow signature here and this notching in the side. Kellyoka, I would be ready enough for this. Yeah, because it's going to be close enough. It's going to, I think, slide between Mount Pleasant, Kellyoka, and Columbia. So, like, probably right around Campbellsville Pike area, around that way. Still showing the hail signature. Still got a lot of lightning just south of Mount Pleasant here in this area, too. Yep. Rotation still looks broad, though. Still looking broad. But it's getting a little bit more well-defined here on the northern side, too, or on the northwestern side, right at Mount Pleasant. It's not tight, but it's there. No, this is not Neapolis. So this is South Murray County, Southwest Murray County, around Mount Pleasant, 245 here that I'm going to tag as Camelsville Pike for you. Oops, hold on. 245 that it's talking about right here is Camelsville Pike. Here's 31. Trotwood 243. So we're kind of like right here in between this area right here. So another warning coming out now. Yep. Let's see what we got.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Madison County in north central Alabama, Limestone County in north central Alabama.
It's going to be this one right here. So, yep. That looks like that's going to replace the tornado warning down there under the state line, so we should be okay on that one, I think it sounded like. So maybe that one's playing out. Still, again, I'm just trying to hang with y'all here in Mount Pleasant. Still showing some pretty decent stuff here. Rotation maybe getting a little bit hotter just south of Mount Pleasant. Yeah, man, it's getting hotter. It's not tight, but it's still trying to... We look at it from the south, from Hot Top. Oh, Hot Top looks good. Let me switch y'all real quick to... I'm going to swap radars on you 1 second. No. Okay, so we're going to now be looking at this storm, same storm from the opposite direction. So again, yeah, this is right here where we're looking at, just south of Mount Pleasant, folks. Still showing some pretty decent stuff. Okay, what size hail we got in Mount Pleasant? Yep, definitely still showing some stuff here just south of Mount Pleasant, or just pretty much right on top of Mount Pleasant. So yeah, I would recommend y'all still being in your safe places. South Murray County, same way, between Culleoka, Columbia, Mount Pleasant, right here, kind of in this area. Okay, that's going to be the rough direction that it's going to go, thereabouts. So let me trim this. All right, power outages reported in Mount Pleasant as well. Pea-sized hail, good deal. That is technically below reporting criteria, but we will take it anyway. Okay, so I'm updating our warning ticker now just for our severe thunderstorm warning that's still in effect. Yep, I'm seeing lots of law enforcement north side of town. I don't know. I can't monitor CPD anymore because they're encrypted. Yes, probably, because most 90% of people can't tell the difference. All right. Yep, Mount Pleasant still looking at this. Coming right up on me again, so I may have to go and excuse myself a minute with y'all, because this is still kind of coming up on my area again. I'm the plus right here, where you can see. Let me turn the chat off. Okay, so there we go. You'll have less to look at. So yeah, I'm right here again, y'all. And this is kind of coming up on me really closely. So just to the east of Mount Pleasant now, area of concern. Not as bright. Not as bright as it was, but yeah, it's getting louder here as well, Bobby. So I'm going to go and have a look at this real quick and leave y'all with the NOAA audio again. Just for a minute. Leave it synced up on Mount Pleasant. But yeah, I'm still in that... Yep, dime size hail. I can confirm that here. Looks like we're coming up with a 0.67 inch hail monitor size. So yeah, that would be about right. So anywhere in that area, Mount Pleasant, I can see where you're getting your hail from. Can't really confirm it with the correlation coefficient just because the storm mode's so messy, but still kind of just watching this area coming up again on Sunnyside, southwestern Columbia right now. So gonna go have a look. Be right back with y'all.
a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room
Yeah,
on the
because it just
lowest
updated the
floor of
radar
a
to be
building.
right on top of me, so give me a second, y'all.
At 10:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 7 miles northwest of Portland to near Thompson Station, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 70 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations impacted include Franklin, Gallatin, Lebanon, Springfield, Ashland City, Nashville, Madison, Hendersonville, Brentwood, La Vernie, Mount Juliet, Goodlettsville, White House, Millersville, Greenbrier, Nolensville, Forest Hills, Oak Hill, Coopertown, and Domead. This includes the following highways: Interstate 40 between mile markers 189 and 231. Interstate 65 between mile markers 66 and 121. Interstate 24 between mile markers 27 and 63. Interstate 840 between mile markers 12 and 14. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for Middle Tennessee. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Madison County in north-central Alabama, Limestone County in north-central Alabama, eastern Lauderdale County in northwestern Alabama, southeastern Colbert County in northwestern Alabama, northwestern Morgan County in north-central Alabama, northern Lawrence County in northwestern Alabama, southwestern Lincoln County in Middle Tennessee, until 11:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 10:43 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Loretto to near Florence to 6 miles north of Belgreen, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Decatur, Madison, Florence, Athens, Muscle Shoals, Sheffield, Tuscumbia, Trinity, Rogersville, and Ardmore. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for north-central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. You are listening to NOAA Weather Radio, All Hazards, the voice of the National Weather Service. This is Station WF 84, located in Lawrence County. The broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office near Nashville. The National Weather to 15 Central Daylight Time Monday includes the following counties in Tennessee: Giles, Lawrence, Lewis, Lincoln, Marshall, Maury, Wayne, and Williamson. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour.
All right, folks, I'm still here with y'all. Still trying to go outside again and confirm with the old Mark II eyeball. It's the best, most highly trained and sensitive thing I've got. So again, I'm right about right here. Am getting some rotation. You can tell with how shifty the wind is. It's not incredibly heavy. It's still actually pretty broad, but I could feel it just kind of in the wind fields, seeing that kind of inflow notch there. But a second ago, it was showing maybe some 70, 80 mile an hour winds coming through Sunnyside, and I would not doubt it, just depending on what all of this, again, is making it to the ground, y'all. but that's always the hard part to tell. And I think I may have some hail or something here now because I can hear stuff tinking. Yep, I think we do have some hail. Sounds like it. So yeah, we got a hail marker coming up just south of here. Is 3/4 of an inch hail. Yep, definitely got hail. I can hear it. So again, heavy activity coming right up on Columbia again now. Let me turn some of our stuff back on here. So heavy activity coming back up on Columbia. Hail marker here showing up just south of Columbia, passing Campbell's Pike right now. Looks like 31, 31. So show you that hail again right around in here. There's 31. Voss Road, 50. Neely Hollow Road right there. So again, there is our hail. Still don't so Culleoka, probably some wind. Okay, a little bit less than penny sized hail here, maybe dime sized hail in Sunnyside right now. Culleoka, heavier wind there, probably coming up just on you now. Yep, so, yep, same thing down there, Culleoka. Everybody's still within this warning, so again, still treat this like it's basically just like an undeclared tornado warning. So showing hail size growing, so about an inch maybe now, so it's, yep, so there roughly is our hail core, let's label that as well. So about almost an inch worth of hail, come on. Oh, it did go. So yeah, a little over an inch. Wow, never mind. I don't know why all this is happening at once. So yeah, inch hail there, crossing 31 now, just to the south of Columbia. So we can confirm in correlation. Nope, correlation coefficient's so messy you can't see anything. But that is what we're looking at there. Still seeing a little bit of that fall right around in here where I'm at. So let's take a 3D slice of this and look at our hail core. So yep, there's Murray County storm. Have a look at this hail core. So yeah, right around in there, gonna be our hail that we're seeing falling right now. So again, kind of this how we're used to seeing it as it approaches. We can go through there and slice and look at different areas of the storm, see which areas are stronger, heavier than the others. One of the cool things here we can do with our 3D software. But again, that severe thunderstorm warning still in effect, considerable severe thunderstorm warning, so like a level 2 out of 3, in effect for another 20 minutes or so. Lewis, Wayne, Hickman have been trimmed, so still in effect for Lawrence, Giles, portions of Murray, and portions of Williamson until, looks like 18 more minutes remaining, so it's a 11:15. Mount Pleasant, Hampshire, still no, not yet on the safe space. It's got about another 20 minutes to go on that. Let me know what size hail y'all are getting on these. I see y'all are seeing it hailing, but I need to know what size. I want to know anything especially north of like bigger than penny size. So if it's pea size, it's stuff we want to know about, but that's technically below the severe criteria that we report to the NWS. But if it's anything dime, penny, bigger, that's stuff we want to know about. So Central Columbia coming up on you again. Heavier activity, lots of lightning now. Can hear it moving off a little bit now from Sunnyside area. But still some heavy activity, heavy rain, probably some gusty winds. Going to complicate those areas we were hearing about earlier. So if you are hearing those sirens, those emergency vehicles, stay out of the way, stay out of their way. That's bad enough to have to work out in these elements. All right, another tornado warning popping up, Boppy. Giles County, Lawrence County, extreme southern parts. So 10:56 p.m. Tornado warning, southeastern Lawrence, southern Giles, radar indicated rotation. So that is another one coming out now. Get that posted to the page for you all. And it's up. So tornado warning there, Giles, Lawrence counties to our south. Getting that pulled up now. Let me turn you down a little bit, Boppy. I got you. I'm trying to get this to save a picture and it won't. Why will you not save me picture? Okay, so now it's all coming at once. That's why. All right, so yeah, tornado warning as referenced and mentioned ago, just a second ago for Lawrence and Giles County, so extreme southeastern Lawrence and most of central Giles County there until 11:45 p.m. Radar indicated rotation, possible tornadic storm. So that's what's going on there. Murray County still under severe thunderstorm warning. That's what we're saying. Hang in those safe places. Still got a little bit to go until 11:15, so about 15 more minutes or so. Still showing the hail indicators here. Wind looks like it's moved off of Culleoka now, so y'all should be in a little bit better shape there soon. Still some pretty heavy activity coming down in central Columbia, but those areas of wind that we were concerned with look like they have all moved out of. Mostly out of Marin County. It looks like there's still some wind here possible between Lewisburg, Columbia, Culleoka. Call it around 50 between there and 431 or so. But again, swapping back to this main thing for our folks to the south, this new tornado warning here that we've got down to our south. So we keep an eye on that. Make sure it stays well south, but it looks to. But again, we always try to keep an eye on our contiguous counties there. Whenever your friends are in trouble, kind of thing. So, what? What does? The tornado warning doesn't. Severe warning. Yes. I hope they know that by now. We've been talking about that for 30 minutes. So let me see if I can get a graphic on that real quick and show you all the difference of it while we've got a little bit of a second of a lull. But yeah, down there in Minor Hill, 5 points area. I'm going to pull another radar up in a second and show you all that a little bit better. No, I have not. Is that 258? Okay, cool. Okay, so another convective discussion, mesoscale discussion like we've been sharing with y'all all day coming out right now. So I'm going to post that to the page. Alright, so that's coming for you all, folks. Give me just 1 second. Yeah, that new warning I figured would prompt it too as well, and it looks like it has. It's going to stay south of us, but yeah, that's definitely interesting. Posting that now because yeah, we are included still in it. So you also posted the mesoscale discussion. Getting that translated from WeatherSpeak right now. So give me just a second, and I'll have that on the main page. Talking about kind of the evolving environmental conditions and stuff. We are still kind of included with that. Still tornadoes going to be possible, or again these severe storms that we're seeing with the tornado possible tags. So posting that right now, and then I'll pop that into the broadcast software too. So that is mesoscale discussion 0258 for my visual people. Again, going up on the page right now. Pop it in the broadcast software in just 1 second. It's more of a visual thing. So, all right, here that is. Oh no, just kidding. Now here that is. So Weather Watch, severe threat continues. Weather Watch 59. You can see us kind of right there in the middle of the big red circle. Wind 90 miles per hour possible. Tornado peak intensity 130 miles an hour. Hail 1.25 inches. And so what that was saying is, let me get this back in single screen. What is that? That's not the wind. What was that? Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to freak y'all out, but there was just really weird sound outside. It sounded like another warning coming out. Is this for thunderstorm warning, maybe?
The National Weather Service in Nashville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Marshall County in Middle
Marshall
Tennessee,
County, so yeah, it's another
County
considerable
in
right
Middle
here.
Tennessee, Eastern Maury County in Middle
Eastern
Tennessee,
Murray, so yep,
Eastern
it is
Williamson
covered
County
under
in Middle
that.
Tennessee,
Columbia proper
Coffee
is covered
County
under
in
this
Middle
too. Tornado
Tennessee,
possible
Giles
still. So
County
yeah,
in
treat
Middle
this.
Tennessee,
Reset
Southeastern
that
Wilson County in
timer,
Middle
folks. So this
Tennessee,
one goes
Bedford
from
County
this
in
area
Middle
here
Tennessee, Cannon County
to
in
kind of
Middle
over here. So
Tennessee,
half of
until
Columbia, Murray
11:45
County is
p.m.
covered under this
Central
one. So
Daylight
again,
Time.
reset basically
At
that
11:03 p.m.
safe
Central
place
Daylight
timer.
Time,
Still tornado
severe
possible threat
thunderstorms
tagged
were
here.
located
So
along a line extending from
want you
near
all to
Nolensville
stay
to 8
in
miles
your safe
northeast of
places. Eastern Murray
Rogersville,
County.
moving east at
I'll
75
zoom in on
miles per
that
hour.
in just a second, a little bit more.
Hazard,
Y'all can see what I'm
70
talking
miles
about.
per hour wind
But
gusts.
this large area
Source,
right here
radar indicated.
is the new warning getting
Intact.
posted to the
Expect
page as
considerable
we
tree
speak.
damage.
I have the graphic up for
Damage
just
is
a
likely
second.
to mobile homes, roofs,
Again, these are
and
considerable severe
outbuildings.
thunderstorm warnings. I still haven't
Locations
pulled up
impacted
the
include
like the levels
Murfreesboro,
of kind of what that
Franklin,
means
Columbia,
and stuff. But I'm going to get that
Shelbyville,
for you in a second, I
Lewisburg,
promise.
Manchester,
If they don't stop
Pulaski,
the issue
Woodbury,
warnings for long
Smyrna,
enough.
Brentwood, La Vernie, Spring Hill, Tullahoma,
Vernie.
Nolensville, Thompson Station, Walter Hill,
things that
Chapel
Noah
Hill,
says.
Ardmore, Cornersville,
It's a
and
considerable
Warface.
severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible threat tag, so we're going to treat it as both, Boppy. Alright, so again, as promised, y'all, this is what was just issued. So, tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning. So, again, we're going to treat that as a tornado warning for right now. Wind up to 70 miles per hour. Hail pea-size possible until 11:45 p.m., so about 40 more minutes. The Columbia portion of this will get trimmed off again because we're barely kind of in that. Let me show you what we got here. So, this is the kind of the western border of that warning. Pop the radar off real quick so you can see this is the one that just came out. It goes all the way Manchester, Shelbyville, Tullahoma, kind of through Pulaski and half of Murray. So this is what just came out. Again, kind of watching things in this area. Nothing super duper concerning. Still seeing just a little bit of heavy wind coming up on Cornersville, Lewisburg, Chapel Hill, Spring Hill. Still some more heavy stuff just to your south. But honestly, not as bad as it was looking a moment ago, at least. So, we're gonna pop the storm motion from this new warning and have a look at that. So that is one that was just issued for our area. So, severe thunderstorm warning now until 11:45 p.m. Columbia, Murray County section of that, again, will get trimmed out probably fairly soonish. But keep that, those tornado on the ground in Minor Hill. Where are we seeing that? Is it okay? Confirmed by Ryan Hall spotter. So I haven't seen it pop up on the yeah, I can't see it confirmed on here yet anywhere in the bulletin. But yeah, so we're hearing Ryan Hall. Minor Hill, Giles County, so right down here, this is what we're talking about, this area where the tornado could be on the ground. Yep, so not fall from long. Let me get this tornado, or this severe thunderstorm warning fixed here, 1 second, y'all. Alright, severe thunderstorm warning text is updated there at the ticker, y'all, for the one that just came out. Yeah, northeastern Murray is pretty rough right now, but it's all just rain and hail, it looks like. So the wind doesn't look like it's doing as much up that direction. So my northern Murray County folks around Spring Hill up here, Bear Creek, Lanton, Neapolis, 65 showing some pretty heavy stuff and some hail, but the wind is all looks like it's going in the same direction. right. Still watching all of these things at once, y'all, so bear with me. Okay. Let me see. Here we go. I think I can. All right, so I think I can load a PDF into this. We're going to find out real quick. So this is what I was talking about a second ago with the considerable versus the destructive versus just the base severe thunderstorm warnings. Let me load a PDF. We're going to find out. Nope. All right, just kidding. All right, so instead we'll just do it like this. All right. So I'll just do a screenshot of this instead, y'all. So this is what I was talking about a second ago. So with the severe thunderstorm warnings, considerable, like base level, level 1, and then considerable, and then destructive. So basically winds on the base one, 60 miles an hour, hail diameter 1 inch or better, does not always produce a WIA alert. Considerable, at least 70 miles an hour plus 1.75 inch hail, and then destructive, this is at level 3 out of 3, 80 miles per hour, 2.7 and 5 inch hail, and does always produce a WIA alert. So again, that's what's going on here. So the yellow ones that you can just see here, no border, level 1, we're under the level 2 right now. So the considerable severe thunderstorm warning with those considerable impacts. Pulaski, I'm going to pop down here on this real quick for y'all because this thing is kind of making me a little nervous down here. Huntsville radar site, history. Yeah, that's not looking great. Minor Hill. See it right there around, yeah, just to the north of Stella, east of Minor Hill. Looks like that's kind of Pulaski. You as well, maybe. It's showing a little bit of rotation up that way, but this is going to be the area right around here, I think, because it's the one that's trying to show that interesting storm structure right there. Yeah, I think that's going to be it, if there's something there. Hold on, it's throwing a TBS up here. Let me see if that's legit or erroneous. Open the door. I can't tell what that is. Another warning coming out, y'all. That's even weirder.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Moore County in Middle Tennessee, Lincoln County in Middle Tennessee, Franklin County in Middle Tennessee.
Okay, not for us. So it's heading out of our coverage area. It's going to be over here. So I still have not heard any confirmation about this cell down here. Last update was about 7 minutes ago. Don't see anything. I feel like they would have updated it by now if it was really on the ground. So I don't know what to tell y'all about that. I don't see anything to confirm, but if there was going to be some issues down here, it would be there just south of Pulaski right now. So areas in that tornado warning, go ahead and take that one for serious. Make sure you're just assuming basically that it's something there to it. Again, just kind of going through here and checking out all of the different cells that we've got going on, looking for concerning things. Chapel Hill, y'all are getting it pretty hard right now, but again, don't see any scary looking stuff on the velocity there. Just again, some hails, heavy rain, lightning. Columbia, you should just about be clearing out from some of this. Still got some heavy rain in place. Still some pretty decent activity kind of going down here in a line from Smyrna towards Murfreesboro, Thompson Station, Eagleville, Chapel Hill, Lewisburg, Cornersville, into Pulaski, Minor Hill. But a lot of the heavier stuff still may be ongoing in Columbia, but a lot of the more dangerous heavy stuff looks like it has passed. and it seems like they're transferring, they're trimming counties out of the tornado watch as well too, because you can see it's starting to end right here now. So it looks like Hohenwald, Centerville, so Hickman, Lewis counties, you all are trimmed. Wayne County looks like you may be trimmed as well. So still tornado watch in effect for Murray County for a little bit longer, but it looks like they are beginning to trim some counties out of that watch. So that's good news overall. Still keeping an eye on the mesoscale discussion area to our south, because we were kind of included in that one. That's what we had started to talk about just a couple minutes ago, but it's looking like I think this is all congealing together enough that mainly just going to be the leading edge of it that kind of tends to be dangerous for now. Strong shear profiles, continue to support strong line of thunderstorms of metamorphoses, potential damaging wind tornadoes over the next several hours. Okay. All right. Are we having fun yet, y'all? Did that get your blood pumping? All right. Yeah, man, just look at this. I want to show y'all this real quick too, and talk about how models verify and stuff like that sometimes. How we can get oh, come on. How like I said, how we can get models to predict something as it kind of falls out of the ether almost, where you say, well, the storms y'all are talking about aren't even here yet. Well, yeah, I know. That's the cool thing that we can do about them. But check this out. So this is model HRRR model we were just looking at. We were talking about this earlier with the runs of showing the updraft helicity and stuff like that, and you can see just about like we were talking about, where those storms came through and tracked is exactly where that tornado watch was oriented, basically from the southwest towards Mount Pleasant, towards Spring Hill, and then out of the county. And that's exactly what we were talking about as all this started. So again, love it when my models make me proud and do what we think they're going to, and end up kind of verifying with what we get in real life. So still working to confirm these tornado things that y'all are talking about. Do see damage on Double Branch Road. Sharing those to the page right now, looks like from Twitter. Again, that is one of my sources where I get things quickly that are happening right now, because Facebook's more about selling you the algorithm. But damage picture going up from Double Branch now. Looks like Murray Spearwicks retweeted that. Still not seeing the local storm reports popping up with stuff just yet, but I'm keeping an eye out for them. So again, folks, just stay with it for just a little bit longer. Getting down into the rain part, covered in the Murray County area proper, but still got a couple of things around the area that are still a little bit concerning, like the tornado warning down there in Giles County. It's still technically covered under that severe thunderstorm warning, the considerable severe thunderstorm warning, for about another half an hour. Imagine Murray will probably get trimmed from that pretty soon, because most of the heavier stuff has moved past us now, kind of on into the eastern portions of the area. But still just remain vigilant for just a little bit longer, because we shouldn't have too much longer to go, I don't think. All right. Yep, still bear with me. I'll just look through Twitter, see if I can confirm any of these damages things that y'all are talking about. Because I've got a lot of different things that we can use to our benefit and advantage there. A lot of different reporting methods and sources. Pretty much as soon as something... Yep, so there was damage reported with that minor hailstorm. Looks like Lexington, Alabama, there was some damage that occurred there. Still got good lightning and thunder going down here in Sunnyside. I don't know if y'all can hear that picking up on my mic or not, but it's still got some pretty good rain going down. Still some pretty good thunder. Really? See somebody showing a correlation coefficient drop out, but yeah, I don't think that was it. It was saying that one was on Hascam, but I can't find it. Let's see. Okay, there's the Columbia one. Will it let me roll it back? No. Nope. Oh well, that was interesting. So Pulaski, Tennessee, looks like it's still getting it pretty heavy down there. The camera's still up though. Oh nope, just kidding. Literally as soon as I said that, the camera feed died. That's gonna be the Columbia one, I'm assuming. Is it a chaser? No, that's stationary camera. Frankie Wing looks pretty rough. It's coming up on Frankie Wing. I can't see anything on the camera though. And I'm looking at Hascams, by the way, y'all. HAZCAMS. This is the one I should have been looking at earlier when this was coming through. And just couldn't get to it in time because of that tornado warning kind of caught me off guard, even though we were watching it. Yep, I'll show y'all the camera. I was hoping you could go back and roll it back to see kind of some of these power flashes that somebody had reported in it, but I'll put it in the chat as well. What about now? Sorry, I may have gotten it turned a little bit. My bad. Okay, yeah, that's my fault. I'm trying to like read and look, and my face is turned away from it. All right, let's see. So I do have a damage report popping up now in Columbia. Severe thunderstorms. Where's it at? Thunderstorm wind damage, 65,000 customer, or 6,500, excuse me, without power across Marin County. Tree limbs, power lines reported down. Some damage to homes reported. Yep. Seeing another one pop up from Lawrence County here. It looks like emergency management pole, utility pole leaning into a tree, which caused a fire. Northern Lawrence County. Looks like on Cemetery Road. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, we're just about clear in Murray County. We're still covered under the tornado watch for just a little while longer, y'all, but I'd say it shouldn't be too much. So, I'm just, again, still kind of just looking for stuff to confirm. So if y'all have got damage pictures, email them to me, muletownwix at iCloud, send them to the page, whichever. So again, still trying to find stuff from where this thing came through earlier. So if y'all do have damage and stuff like that, let me know. Send me a DM, send it to the page, mention me. I'll try to look through my mentions. I've probably got 50, 11,000 million from this, so just kind of bear with me, y'all. And I'll try to get some of the after action done on this because it does look like we are winding down a little bit in our area. So there is an update now here. So Pulaski storm, tornado warning remains in effect 11:45 p.m., so about 22 more minutes. 11:18 p.m. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Pulaski, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. Radar indicated rotation. I don't know how y'all can't hear me, because I'm like right up here on top of the mic, and I've got the gain set wide open. So yeah, I don't know how y'all can't hear me. You may need to turn me up, Boppy, because I'm looking like I'm producing good levels here. Let me know if y'all can hear me good in the chat. Ooh. I think it's behind the Chick-fil-A, I think, isn't it? Or no, that may be out 31. It's billboards, Elijah said billboards at Carter's Creek and 31 are destroyed. They rename everything like every 5 days. It's McMain Circle, Boppy. Boppy. McMain Circle. That's Columbia Hills. Like I said, that's been, yeah, like 17 different things, I think, since we worked at Econ, but yeah, that's it. Yep. That's the one. Alright, so yeah, beginning to see damage reports come in now. I'm trying to scroll through them as we go. Lewisburg people, y'all are in the kind of heavy of it right now. Still some lightning, some rain, some thunder, but still don't see the concerning things for y'all. So looks like just heavy wind, rain, maybe some hail down towards Cornersville. But right now, mainly just kind of getting through the back ends of this. I'm checking still just kind of on Pulaski down here to make sure they're good. But I don't see that rotation anymore. But still got about 20 minutes left on that tornado warning. So that's the comings and the goings right now, just going through and looking for damage reports. So I'm going to throw this in motion for everybody and let y'all watch that. Where is, here we go. Okay. Both lanes of traffic, 431 Keegan Road. Desmond Dwight, that's a great question. Does the damage report look like a tornado, possibly just straight line winds? Sometimes if it's bad enough and you have a wide enough picture, you can tell just depending on the debris field and damage patterns, but most of the time the NWS will have to send out a survey team of trained meteorologists to go and determine whether the damage was produced as a result of a tornado or straight winds, because again, they can be really similar and similarly strength as well. So that is a great question. Trees down North Hardin Drive, North Columbia. Yeah, and it's showing about, let me check the CPWS map, because it's saying I've got about 6,500 customers too without power. Where is it at? I think the tornado warning just got canceled, I heard. Oh yeah, lots without power. So let's swap this over to screen share, y'all. Show y'all what's up here. So this is the outage map. So see lots of different places around here. So it looks like, yeah, north side of Columbia, Sunset Lane, Chapman Lane, Riverside, lots of outages up there. More up here towards the Allen Branch, Ryan Place. Yeah, that's going to be Columbia Hills up that direction. And several more here in the south part of the county around Neely Hollow Road, Bigbyville Road, Pulaski Highway, around that direction. So lots of power outages looking like on the north side, south side, sporadic all over. So some here, looks like about 20 off Logan Drive near your neck of the woods, Boppy. Manor Road, about there's maybe 100 or so here in Sunnyside. Looks like it just does not cover me yet. No, power outages reported. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on there as far as all of the power outages. So we are able to confirm those there with some of the CPWS information. So again, if you see those power lines that are down, treat them as they're live. And that's the double branch coming up there. You see on the map, trees down. And just the other general report from Murray OEM there. Or EMA, whatever they like to be called. Still looking. Looks like Cornersville, Tennessee. That's a chaser. That was Frankie Wing. Yep, still lightning beat the band down there. See, that's Chaser Cam. Pulaski camera. Yep, everything's still standing down there, so everything looks good. Alright, y'all. What if it sounds like I'm slowing down? I am. Whew, this has been rough. And again, thank y'all for hanging with me because I am still not feeling 100%. I got sinus surgery coming up and a bunch of other things, and it's just not been fun. In addition to all the other things we've had going on recently, so looks like the warnings are chilling out though. We still got just about 15 minutes still left on this one that covers us, but we're pretty much past those severe conditions, I think, at the moment. Not seeing anything really concerning there as far as the wind or the velocity modes, just basically getting down to the heavy rain now, folks. I think we're finally there anyway. So I'm going to back this off a little bit and give you all the overview, put it in motion, and stop talking here for just a second. All right. Yep, see the Double Branch Road report coming up. Yeah, I'm still hearing those come in, y'all. I really, really appreciate that. It's just been one of those crazy days, and that's exactly why I've got the automated system set up to thank y'all for when y'all do that. Really appreciate it. Yep, so make sure y'all get those damage reports to me. Again, don't put yourself at risk, but stuff that helps us confirm forecast details and stuff like that to the NWS, and it all helps things get better and more accurate, and etc., so on and so forth. I'm going to start a damage thread right now on the page, so y'all definitely send me those. All right, and again, that's up on the page now. So y'all send me where your location is. Give me like a nearest cross street, so like James Campbell Boulevard at Hillary Drive, something like that. If it's not obvious, tell me what you're describing in the picture. Damaged trees, healthy trees, old trees, just random windows blowing out, things damaged, trees down in the road, car squished, whatever. Let us know about that. We'll get those passed on to Murray EMA, NWS, and see if we can be of any assistance. All right, so yeah, they trimmed us from the warning. So that one, yep, just got trimmed. Continues for pretty much everybody else except us. So let me update that. Let me turn off the ticker. Okay, so just now Tornado Watch number 59, and it should be gone soon. All right, so again, if y'all didn't catch that, Sewers on Storm Warning has been trimmed for Murray. So posting that to the page now. Show y'all that right here. 1 second. So again, Murray trim there. Still got the severe or the tornado watch probably going on for a little while longer, but you can see there Murray trimmed out of the red on that new severe thunderstorm warning. So they've continued it and allowed it to go expired for Murray, but continued it to our friends there off to the east. So still in effect there for portions of Pulaski, Giles County, Lewisburg, Cornersville, Chapel Hill, Marshall County, Shelbyville, Manchester, Coffee County, going that direction. So good news for us. Turn that off a second again. You can just see the warnings there and just the remnants of the watch box. Expected to go away here pretty soon, I would say. So again, we thank y'all for joining us. Remember to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Tell your buddy, bring a friend. We don't advertise or anything, like I said earlier. This is all just organic word of mouth. We take pride in our reputation because that's kind of our calling card. So appreciate you all joining us. All that fun stuff. Okay. All right. So yeah, I would say that pretty much gives Murray County the all clear. I would say we're still got that watch in effect, but it should be dropping off here very soon. So I would say, yep, go to bed. If you got power and all that fun stuff, be glad. So look, not everybody does. Allison Ferguson, I have not heard anything about the West 7th part. Working to confirm that. I've heard of some damage and some things like that, but I cannot confirm a tornado touchdown. No. I've heard the power flashes thing, and I was trying to get some playback on a webcam, but it's looking like it doesn't replay. So I'll see what I can do about that. Surely somebody out there has it. Where? I haven't seen anything from Murray EMA. I'm not a cheap date. Watch out. Let me look at Murray EMA's Facebook. Who said that? Because I don't see that on any of Murray EMA's feeds. In the comments of which? On their comments or in ours? I'm looking at their stuff. I'm telling you, I don't see anything. But some of these have like a bunch of comments, so let's go take a minute. I see people saying that, yes.
West 7th and Trotwood.
Yes, I see people saying that, but there's not confirmation. That's a big difference. Cannot report it until we get confirmation. And I hear a lot of people saying that. Murray County Fire Department posted 911 centers field a large amount of calls, mainly of trees, wires, poles down. Some properties sustained damage. No injuries reported, so that is good. Please do not call 911 to report power outages, wires down. Dispatchers need to be able to focus on life-threatening situations. So that was, again, about 30 minutes ago from the Murray County Fire Department. So they are aware of things. Don't call 911 unless your life is in danger. In other words. Yep, been there, hadn't we, Bobby? There we go. Let me do my most recent feed. This is why I hate Facebook. Pulaski, still just heavy rain. Still covered under that considerable for about 4 more minutes. Oh, lovely. Oh, WLX Radio reports of several houses destroyed and other significant damage coming in from southeastern Lawrence County after a possible tornado. Yep, down there was looking like it. So again, resharing some of this, y'all, on the main page. I'm just making my way through the Twitterverse and the Facebook spheres and checking for damage and stuffs and... Double Branch, yep, shared that one. Lots of outages. Looks like CPWS saying Neapolis Riverside, Highway 7, Columbia City Limit side, Pulaski Pike. All right, y'all still here. Like I said, just scrolling and thinking and looking, so... Yep, cannot confirm any touchdowns yet. I'm seeing some things that make me think that, and some debris and some damage photos, but cannot confirm any of that yet, folks. Like I said, some of the times it literally takes a NWS survey team to come out and look to see if they can tell the difference between like tornado damage versus straight wind damage. Tree down on Campbellsville Pike. I'm looking at I Heart Columbia now. North Columbia, can't tell where that is. So yeah, please y'all put your locations in this. So post from Columbia Tea and neighbors from Alicia Combs, live across the street from Whitthorne in the food stamp office, just got hit by a tornado. Carport's under a tree. Trees are in down back bar fence split. So I'm having to go through and look. It looks like it's from Lakes of Columbia area, but again, can't confirm because most people don't know what a tornado versus straight wind is. But yep, seeing lots of pictures on Williamsport Pike near the split right there, Boppy, at DHS.
They're saying Central has damage as well.
Yeah, I'm hearing Central has damage, but I can't 100% get confirmation. Oh, now I see the power flash videos. Check the main page, Poppy. Sharing it now. Check the main page. Sharing it now. Shadre Willingham, 21 minutes ago, Columbia, Tennessee. That looks like that may be tornado damage, yeah, because I can see power flashes and it looks right. Can't see anything in the lightning though, because it's too rain wrapped, but just shared it. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, I'm telling me about it. It's crazy. We should get over 1 million views too, because everything usually revolves around that. I got people saying Central looks fine. Got some people saying it's missing windows. I have no idea. So anybody in the area can like advise, please. That would be great. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Debris in the road, 43412, Duck River to Industrial. Mm-hmm. I'll see the vultures with the roof repairs and all the storm contractor damages have already started to hit. Shocker.
Don't put it on your insurance. They ain't gonna cover it shit.
Alright, yep. Severe past. Alright. So, yep, shared some stuff that I found y'all on as far as damage goes on the main page from like iHeart Columbia, Twitter, some other things that I've got popped up there now. The Power Flash video is a good one. Definitely check that out, y'all. And it looks like from Lakes of Columbia, so may need to ride to work in a little bit to make sure it's still standing. All right, y'all. I'm gonna be here in the chat for just a minute, but I've got to like get up and stretch. It looks like Tornado Watch has been canceled for Murray County. Yep, so that is that. That's the last thing I was waiting on. I'll leave this up here for a little bit longer, y'all, but that is my cue. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off of the crawler there. So now we are clear. No more Tornado Watch in effect for Columbia Murray County. So we'll leave this on here for y'all for a little bit. Turn on the NOAA audio so y'all know your speakers aren't broken. And I will be right back, but probably just to cut things off because we're getting about to that time, y'all. So if you're waiting, go ahead, go to bed. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned, all that fun stuff.
And Tim's Ford Lake. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for north central and northeastern Alabama and middle Tennessee. Tornado watch number 59 has been canceled for the following counties in Tennessee: Lawrence, Maury, and Williamson. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up. Tornado watch number 59 remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday for the following counties in Tennessee: Giles, Lincoln, and Marshall. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Where? A portion of Middle Tennessee. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Where? Franklin, Tennessee, Lincoln, and Moore counties. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Secure outdoor objects. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Moore County in Middle Tennessee, Lincoln County in Middle Tennessee, Franklin County in Middle Tennessee, until 12:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 11:11 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Lewisburg to 14 miles south of Pulaski, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to roof, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Winchester, Fayetteville, Lynchburg, Detroit, Estill Springs, Cowan, Ardmore, Huntland, Petersburg, and Timms Ford Lake. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for north central and northeastern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. Tornado watch number 59 remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday for the following counties in Tennessee: Giles, Lincoln, and Marshall. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Where? A portion of Middle Tennessee. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Where? Franklin, Tennessee, Lincoln, and Moore counties. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impact. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Secure outdoor objects. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Moore County in Middle Tennessee, Lincoln County in Middle Tennessee, Franklin County in Middle Tennessee, until 12:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 11:11 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Lewisburg to 14 miles south of Pulaski, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expects damage to roof, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Winchester, Fayetteville, Lynchburg, Detroit, Estill Springs, Cowan, Ardmore, Huntland, Petersburg, and Timms Ford Lake. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for north central and northeastern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. Tornado watch number 59 remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday for the following counties in Tennessee: Giles, Lincoln, and Marshall. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Where? A portion of Middle Tennessee. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impact. Gusty winds will blow around. Outages may result. 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? West winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Where? A portion of Middle Tennessee. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Tornado watch number 59 remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday for the following counties in Tennessee: Giles, Lincoln, and Marshall. Tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Where? Franklin, Tennessee, Lincoln, and Moore counties. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Secure outdoor objects. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? West winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Where? A portion of Middle Tennessee. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Moore County in Middle Tennessee, Lincoln County in Middle Tennessee, Franklin County in Middle Tennessee, until 12:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 11:11 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Lewisburg to 14 miles south of Pulaski, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to roof, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Winchester, Fayetteville, Lynchburg, Detroit, Estill Springs, Cowan, Ardmore, Huntland, Petersburg, and Timms Ford Lake. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for north central and northeastern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio, All Hazards, the voice of the National Weather Service. This is Station WF-84, located in Lawrence County. The broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office near Nashville. Tornado Watch number 59 remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday for the following counties: in Tennessee, Giles, Lincoln, and Marshall. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Where? Franklin, Tennessee, Lincoln, and Moore counties. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts: gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Secure outdoor objects. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? West winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Where? A portion of Middle Tennessee. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts: gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Moore County in Middle Tennessee, Lincoln County in Middle Tennessee, Franklin County in Middle Tennessee, until 12:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 11:11 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Lewisburg to 14 miles south of Pulaski, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Winchester, Fayetteville, Lynchburg, Detroit, Estill Springs, Cowan, Ardmore, Huntland, Petersburg, and Timms Ford Lake. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for north central and northeastern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. Tornado Watch number 59 remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday for the following counties: in Tennessee, Giles, Lincoln, and Marshall. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, Tornado Watch number 59 remains in effect until 5 a.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties: in Tennessee, Giles, Lincoln, and Marshall. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Tornado Watch number 59 remains in effect until 5 a.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties: in Tennessee, Giles, Lincoln, and Marshall. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Watts, southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Where, Franklin, Tennessee, Lincoln, and Moore counties. When, until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts, gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Secure outdoor objects. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Watts, west winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Where, a portion of Middle Tennessee. When, until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts, gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Moore County in Middle Tennessee, Lincoln County in Middle Tennessee, Franklin County in Middle Tennessee, until 12:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 11:11 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Lewisburg to 14 miles south of Pulaski, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage. At 12:05 a.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 7 miles east of Petersburg to near Fayetteville to near Hazel Green, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Winchester, Fayetteville, Lynchburg, Detroit, Estill Springs, Cowan, Huntland, Timms Ford Lake, Lincoln, and Howell. A tornado watch remains in effect until 5 a.m. Central Daylight Time for north central and northeastern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. In Nashville at 11 p.m. A thunderstorm, the temperature was 59 degrees, dew point was 54, and the relative humidity was 83%. Winds were west at 14 miles an hour, gusting to 49. The pressure was 29.55 inches and rising. Around Middle Tennessee. At Clarksville, thunder was falling. Crossville, mostly cloudy, 63. Dixon, 55. Fayetteville, cloudy, 72. Gallatin, haze, 68. Lawrenceburg, haze, 59. Lebanon, cloudy, 70. Lewisburg, cloudy, 70. Livingston, cloudy, 66. McMinnville, cloudy, 72. Murfreesboro, cloudy, 72. Pulaski, cloudy, 72. Rockwood, cloudy, 63. Shelbyville, cloudy, 72. Smyrna, a thunderstorm, 68. Cookeville, Sparta, cloudy, 68. Springfield, cloudy, 59. Tullahoma, cloudy, 72. West Nashville, rain, 59. Winchester, cloudy, 72. Elsewhere in Tennessee. Chattanooga, mostly cloudy, 67. Jackson, light rain, 48. Knoxville, mostly cloudy, 69. Memphis, light rain, 44. Oak Ridge, mostly cloudy, 68. Tri-Cities, partly cloudy, 63. Across the region. Louisville, a thunderstorm, 68. Bowling Green, a thunderstorm, 60. Huntsville, cloudy, 72. Paducah, cloudy, 42. Birmingham, mostly cloudy, 71. Atlanta, partly cloudy, 68. Again, conditions at Nashville, a thunderstorm, 59 degrees. Here is the forecast for Lawrenceburg, Collinwood, Colioca, Hohenwald, and surrounding areas. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. West for tonight, showers with a chance of thunderstorms. Some thunderstorms may be severe. Cooler with lows in the lower 30s. West winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Chance of rain near 100%. Monday, mostly cloudy. A chance of snow showers in the morning. Little or no snow accumulation. Much cooler with highs around 40. Northwest winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Chance of snow 30%. Monday night, mostly cloudy in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 20s. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Tuesday, sunny. Highs in the mid-40s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Tuesday night, mostly clear in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in the upper 20s. Southwest winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming south after midnight. Wednesday, mostly cloudy in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 50s. Wednesday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly clear. Lows in the upper 30s. Thursday, sunny. Highs around 70. Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-40s. Friday, sunny. Highs in the mid-70s. Friday night, mostly clear in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows around 50. Saturday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. Saturday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Sunday, sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio, All Hazards, the voice of the National Weather Service. This is Station W, WF 84, located in Lawrence County. The broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office near Nashville. Tornado Watch number 59 remains in effect until 5 a.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties in Tennessee: Giles, Lincoln, and Marshall. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Where? Franklin, Tennessee, Lincoln, and Moore counties. When? Until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Impacts. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Secure outdoor objects. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. What? West winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Tornado Watch number 59 has been canceled for the following counties in Tennessee: Giles and Marshall. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m.
Welcome back to Weather Down in Muletown, folks, and as always, this is your captain speaking. I think that'll about do it for us this evening. That Tornado Watch has dropped off, as you see here, out of our area. Most of the Murray County, Muletown area, just getting some of that heavier rain right now. Nothing else to worry about. So go on, get some sleep, enjoy that rain. Good sleeping weather. That's about all that we've got left. Again, check out my damage thread. Let me know what you all are seeing. Not aware of any confirmed things yet. Still working with some of our local partners and you all, obviously, to catch those pictures, videos, and stuff like that to help analyze and provide what info we can. But again, not hearing anything about anything like that confirmed at the moment. Lots of power outages and stuff. I know the crews are out working on it right now, but I have not seen any kind of like time frames or anything like that yet, folks. It's just a work in progress. Just be thinking about those guys and gals out there working on this stuff still in the rain. So most everybody else still should be good. Again, you kind of see here. Let me turn the radar off just a second. And you can see again, tornado watch cleared of our area. Just the warnings they're passing off into our outside our coverage area. So should just be rain for everybody else on throughout this point. Again, appreciate everybody joining us. It's one of our biggest streams ever. Really glad to help y'all do what we do. It's a labor of love. This is something that we've done for a long time. All of us, like I said, usually come from emergency services backgrounds, kind of servant's heart things. So this is what we do. We'll see y'all again, I'm sure, between too long from now. And Mule Day Parade for sure by then. So come check us out there and meet us. We'll love to meet y'all, put faces with the names and all that fun stuff. So again, for Weather Down in Muletown and my entire crew, this is the Captain signing off from Sunnyside. Y'all have a good night.